Frazier Smith along with Peter Crabb, and we're live in Pasadena. We had a little technical glitch there as we start our Rose Parade coverage here. Peter, once again, not getting the best treatment out here from the Rose Parade committee.
No, and it's amazing to me, Fraze. Yes, finally got the audio portion of my broadcast back on. You know, the committee's motto, the motto that they put on the bottom of their Rose Parade crest is more friction, greater satisfaction.
I think it's actually crazy friction.
And I think that really all we have is the friction and not the satisfaction.
Yeah. Well, we're getting plenty of that.
We've had 10 minutes of the most brilliant material ever. And
nobody heard it.
And nobody heard it. And now we have another 10 minutes of brilliant material, and I doubt anybody's hearing this either.
I can't hear anything. We just missed Sam Rubin's favorite group, the Herald Trumpeters. He likes those big horns.
Yeah. Big phallic devices placed on the lips of young, firm boys. It's a Sam wet dream.
It sure is. And that's basically our theme, isn't it?
Sam's wet dream?
Wet dreams, crazy friction, and
more satisfaction.
Chemical weapons, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. This year here at the Rose Parade. Well, it's going to be an exciting one, nonetheless. And, you know, this year we've had a lot of problems with cloning, as you know. Stan Chambers from Channel 5. By the way, we ask you to please turn on Channel 5. That's our video portion of the show. And Stan, I understand, you know, last year he was cloned into Enema M.
Right.
The rapper. Mm-hmm. And we don't know which Stan Chambers we're going to be seeing today.
Well, we're always going to be asking, will the real Stan Chambers please stand up? And, you know, he comes out. Sometimes it's Enema M. Sometimes it's Slim Stanny. And sometimes he just calls, you know, says, you know, hey, this is SC down in the LB. And
representing the LBC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know, last year he had a little trouble up at the Viagra crack house. Yeah. You know, he was slamming those hoes.
Yeah, you know, he was arrested, but none of the evidence stood up in court.
Yeah. We're glad of that, and we're excited again to be out here for how many years in a row now?
This is our 352nd year at the Tournament of Roses Parade.
Sponsored by Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, who basically make all of the floats out here. They're made out of chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles, and a new sponsor.
There's our. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's that?
Our new sponsor this year is Jihad is R.Us.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Should we go down to that guy?
Well,
oh, the Rose Queen's down there. Let's see. She's going to do a little karaoke there. And let's check in with Gail Anderson down there. Gail Anderson / Shamalama Ding Dong.
I'm down here, Frazier, with the Rose Hose. Yeah, now the Rose Hose, they're all down here, all 9 or 10 of them. They're all looking very pretty. They're all looking very righteous. And they're all pushing the condoms with the greater friction and more satisfaction. Now, each one of these little hoes are dressed up in red. And then the little queen here, she in white. She white. Of course, that's an oppressive thing against the black community because they put the queen in the white.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah.
And then the other hoes are all in the red dresses like little bridesmaids. And look at this. She look like Glenda, the Good Witch of the North.
Devil with the white dress on.
Absolutely. Look at that crown she got on.
Well, you know.
They don't put it on the black girl. They put it on the white girl.
This is what you get when Trent Lott is your Grand Marshal, I guess.
Exactly. They put the white crown. You know, they like the toilet paper white crown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the little gown, the little chiffon, it's made out of white crown.
Now, are these girls, are any of them going to be part of the Ed Powers Dirty Rose Queen video that's going to be shot after the parade?
No, it was shot before the parade, honey.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I have a prediction.
Uh-oh, and what is that?
I have a prediction. I predict that these Rose Queens gonna sit on a kind of a vehicle, Frazier.
Uh-huh.
Kind of a vehicle, not really a vehicle. It's gonna be like a big, long thing. It's gonna have flowers on it. And they're gonna sit on it, and they're gonna drive down a street waving to people. How do I know?
I don't know.
How do I know this?
How do you know?
Psychic powers, baby.
Oh.
Psychic powers.
Okay.
You watch now.
All right.
You know it's gonna happen in the early part of the new year.
Okay. Well, I'll be keeping an eye for that. That is great. And a couple things. Today's parade, I want to remind everybody, brought to you by Numbnut Cereal. Yeah, that's the new one, breakfast for kids. And kids have a lot to do with today's parade, too, by the way. That is basically our theme. Dreams, drugs, and demons. That's the thing. All right, and we are going to be checking in at the Viagra Crack House a little bit later here in Pasadena. Does the Rose Queen, let's see what she has to say about this whole cloning process down there. Because there's several Rose Queens this year.
I would like to tell you how proud I am to be the very first queen who was cloned 8 times. It's only me here. I am the queen and my court. I am myself the queen, and my clones are with me.
So all those girls are you?
That's right. They're all me. Even though they say they aren't, it's me, because the Rose Parade is all about me, okay? My daddy bought me this position, and I wanted more, and so we cloned me, and so now I'm the Rose Court too, okay?
Okay, fine. All right, well, that's great. So that made a good video, I'll bet. Don't you think?
I don't understand the word video.
Oh.
Could you define it for me?
Perhaps later. All right, that's our Rose Queen, all of them, actually. That's a lot of hoes and bitches, huh?
A lot of hoes and bitches.
Gee, Stan's going to be very excited once he gets out of jail. You know, Stan once fought off a gang of bikers with a loaf of bread. Did you know that?
Really?
Oh, yeah. We're going to go to commercial. Okay, we're going to commercial. We're going to actually see if we can get out there on the parade route. We've been doing this from Peter's car as we've been stuck in traffic here.
I am Joe Millionaire.
There you go. We're coming right back on the Tournament of Roses Parade. Frazier Smith, Peter Cram.
97.1.
97.1.
La estación de hablar de FM.
The FM talk station.
Lube it or lose it. That is our theme out here at the Rose Parade. Frazier Smith along with Peter Crabb. We are live in Pasadena. And Marta Walters, or her clone, is down there right now. Marta, what's going on?
I'm down here talking to a tall, white, very handsome gentleman, and I'm asking him exactly what does he do with clones?
Well, what we've done is that we cloned last year's parade, and as a cost-cutting measure, we're going to have it again this year.
Well, now, I don't think that really makes it the 2003 Rose Parade, does it? It's the 2002.
Well, we call it whatever we want. We can call it 2001, 2002, 2003. It's sort of like having penis enhancement without the surgery. It's friction and satisfaction.
Wait a minute. Friction and satisfaction?
Yes. What we do is we put condoms on the floats. They're spiral-tipped, lubed, and we run it down Colorado Boulevard, tickling the fans on both sides. They are extremely pleased. And did I mention that I'm a former priest? I have a hard time not talking about sex, but the fans seem to like it. Like I say, friction and satisfaction.
Which is our theme, actually, isn't it? It's the In Spiral Tostita Rose Parade this year.
Exactly. Now,
Lube it or lose it.
we're watching Channel 5 here, so if any of this dialogue doesn't make sense, turn on Channel 5, and you will see the brilliance of what's happening.
I was wondering why it wasn't making any sense. Put that back on. Okay, well, I guess it is a cloned parade this year. It's the same parade as last year.
This is what we're understanding. The theme is Attack of the Clones. And apparently there's going to be some sort of military action.
Today, right here in Pasadena?
Right here in Pasadena.
Or Pasalalabad, as it's now being called?
Pasalalabad, yeah.
Oh.
They're going to have some sort of a display of military force, cloning, some mystery.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of a, mass destruction thing going on out here?
Could be North Koreans show up. Could be, the Taliban rears its ugly head again.
Yeah, you know what George Bush said to the vice premier of Korea today, North Korea?
What's that?
Word to your moms, I'm here to drop bombs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's,
quoting House of Pain.
Those are
what you like to do. Now let's go down to the Marta and the white guy again.
So then you see the condom fits over the entire float and smothering those inside with a lubricated jelly. And I'd be happy to take you back to the trailer and demonstrate this. I have sort of a full body condom that I slip over my entire white body.
No, that's quite all right. Thank you very much. Oh, my God, what a freak. All right, let's send it on back to somebody so I can get away from this guy.
Well, there's the real Stan Chambers. Stan, what's going on down there?
Yo, trip, homies. I'm out here in P-Town. Out here in front of the crib of the hose. And the Rose Hose.
Excuse me, Stan, is that the Viagra crack house behind you there?
That would be it. We'll be heading in on side to the crib when we come back from these commercials. But until then, here's the commercial-free commercials.
Well, you know, today's parade is, of course, being brought to you by, as I mentioned earlier, Numbnut Cereal, the tasty new breakfast cereal for kids. He Hate Me Malt Liquor, once again, on this commercial-free parade. Gangster Tacos, home of the Biatch Burrito, and by Butt Bomb. Keep those sand ticks out of your cave with Butt Bomb.
And remember, Uzi in your booties, House of Jihad.
Yeah, let's go down to him right now.
Hello, Frazier.
Hello.
Welcome to Pasadena Rose Parade, sponsored by Uzi in your booty and my House of Jihad. You know, we have jihads for all occasions. You come down here. We have for the New Year's, we have for the Christmas party, Ramadan, Kwanzaa, you name it, we have biological weapon for it. We put the Uzi in the booty. That is me. Come see me. I will make you biological weapon for whatever the occasion. Write a little happy note on it. Spread death and destruction over everyone, everywhere.
Great. Well, hey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
There he is.
Just mention Uzi in your boozy, Uzi in your booty. Mention me when you come into town here. Ooh, the music went into the Ravi Shankar there for me. Go there, we're back with the band. Okay.
I thought that was your theme.
Yes, you mention my name, you get a special off. 5 melting flesh-eating bombs for the price of 4.
Because you're crazy.
I'm crazy. Tell me I am crazy.
That is crazy friction. For maximum pleasure, too, I'll bet you.
Absolutely maximum pleasure.
Yeah.
You can sit at home and watch people dying left and right, and you'll have a great time. Be much closer to God and closer to the 70 virgins that you're going to get.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
All right, that is our sponsor, and he's crazy.
Uzi in your booty.
You gotta love that guy, and I think Sam Rubin's gonna love him too, because he likes an Uzi in his booty every once in a while.
Oh, that's
From what I understand. I don't know.
He likes a biological weapon in the booty.
I'll
What he's
bet you.
like. Yeah.
I'll bet you. All right, so we haven't seen Stan yet, Sam. Of course, everyone's cloned this year. We don't know who's who. Do we down there? There's a Rear Admiral Wink Martindale. Let's go down to him.
The reason they call me a rear admiral, well, I can't talk about that.
He's gone now.
Oh, jeez. You didn't hang
He
along.
got right to the point.
No, he
Started
did. He
talking
got right
about
out of
rear
there.
things, and they cut him out.
Now, we got to ask, last year, of course, it was the theme was Parade of One, because only one person showed up last year for the parade. So, and that was Sam Rubin, and he was running down the parade route in his underwear.
Well, it's going to be the same this year with Attack of the Clones. It's a parade of one. However, they've been cloned into thousands and thousands and thousands.
Gotcha.
So the question is who is the one?
Well, I don't know. I guess
I think
we'll
it's
find
Joe
that out.
Millionaire.
Well, it could be. By the way, all the Rose Queens are on Joe Millionaire. Well, maybe literally.
You never know.
I don't know. But they are on the show. And also, you know, they're making that dirty video, Dirty Rose Queens 88 with Ed Powers, right? Or
Really?
that's already been made, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. Let's go down to the General again. He's in his Humvee.
I'm gonna be flying this baby right down Colorado Boulevard. And if that Uzi in your booty shows up with his biological weapons, I'm going to show him what a rear admiral is really named for. I'm gonna put this B-52 right on his hemorrhoid and spin the props.
Yeah, that's going to be painful. Okay, well, let's go right down there to, I don't know who that is.
Hello,
My name is J. Lopez, J-Lo, clone. And, I come down here to the Rose Parade this early in the morning and wear this very light chic thing, and I'm going to attract Ben Affleck.
By the way, to see the clone Hispanic woman, please push your SAP button. You can actually see her in Spanish.
There you go.
And who's this guy?
My name is Bill Flower, and I create small rodents that fly. And here we are showing the little mouse that gets in the plane and illustrates how he can fly. Now, see, there he is. He's actually flying. And what our goal is, Frazier, is we're going to have you know, you've heard of the unmanned drones over Iraq.
Right.
What we're going to have is rodent-filled aircraft over the Rose Parade.
I like that.
We're going to be dropping rodent droppings on the Rose Parade.
Well, J-Lo clone, what do you think about that?
You want to come down and see the ratones? You come down to my house. The slumlord, he never cleans up anything. We got ratones all over the place.
Okay. Well, I'll meet you at Gangster Taco. All right. Now, what about that moving meth lab that we had a problem with last year? I guess, are we going to see that again this year? I guess we don't know.
Well, it was, taken by the Drug Enforcement Agency and auctioned off on eBay.
Oh, that's right. After the parade last year,
the special government, drug seizure auction.
When they found out it was made entirely out of crystal meth, I guess they had no choice but to do that, yeah.
Not to be confused with Crystal Fernandez.
No, although she will be appearing with Sheena Metal once again at Spike in West Hollywood for Butt Plug Thursdays, which turned out to be a big hit.
I think the Rear Admiral goes to that.
Yeah, he's there all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of big things happening in Manuary, as you know.
More friction, greater pleasure.
Oh, yeah, that's their theme. And, of course, Heidi, Frosty, and Frank are going to be once again signing implants this Saturday at Tale of the Pup.
Okay.
It's always fun. And speaking of Tales of the Pup, Conway and Steckler are going to be out at the new Cerritos Dog Track on Wednesday night, where once again they've entered Malibu Dan in a dog race.
Nothing says Cerritos like a dog track.
That's true. My money's on the dog, by the way.
Yeah, I think their city motto is "Lift your leg on us."
You know, and I think unless we move our booth, that could happen.
Move our booty?
Yeah, we got to move our booty. Speaking of which, is it time for... No, yeah, we're going to commercial. We'll be right back. This is the Tournament of Roses Parade. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, and we'll be back from Pasadena right after this.
Get on up, get up.
We are live. Like a clone sex machine.
You don't have to watch the Rose Parade, and that's the law.
Okay, Erwin. Okay. But if you do watch it, please do it with us here at Channel 5 and KLOS the FM talk station. Frazier Smith and Peter Crabb. And we are live. Check it out on 5 there. Dr. Sword, we're going to talk to the diplomat of the Board of Hair Restoration Surgery. He's over in Iraq right now trying to sort out this chemical weapons thing. We're going to talk with him.
It's always nice to know that we have an international diplomat on the scene creating peace in the world.
Yeah.
A hair piece. But
still peace nonetheless, exactly. And speaking of peace, the Rose Queens, by the way, as we mentioned, not only on Joe Millionaire, but also you're going to get to marry a Rose Queen or a drum majorette. It's all part of Fox's Who Wants to Marry a Rose Queen? Yeah, that's the new show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to marry a Rose Queen.
No, you don't have
That's
to.
the law.
Okay. And if you have a problem with that, just talk to Erwin.
Right.
All right. So, we are looking at white guys basically down there once again. Let's check out with that posse. What's up?
Well, the theme of the parade this year is white guys and their horses. And we go into this ethereal music about every 2 minutes. We hear.
Well, that's the cloning process, in effect.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Anyway, apparently what Channel 5 is showing us at the moment of their brilliant Rose Parade coverage is that white guys do, in fact, have ranches and places to put their horses when they're not walking down Colorado Boulevard. And, of course, the general public had no clue. They just thought that they lived under the grandstands all year long, waiting for their chance to walk down.
That's what I thought. Anyway, there's Stephanie Powers and Ed Chambers, and let's check in with them right now. They've been cloned as well.
Oh, here we are again. They rolled us out of the closet, dusted us off, cleaned my hairpiece, and stuck me in the booth with you. And it looks like your facelift is taking this year, Stephanie.
Yeah, you old fart. If you use those condoms that they sell on KLOS, we might get a little more friction and more satisfaction.
Well, I haven't used a condom in years because you can't put one on a wet rope. You know what I mean?
They always say that.
What's the point? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, speaking of big old dudes, here we are. And
I'm writing that down. You can't put a condom on a wet rope.
Well, that's the truth. Greater friction, more satisfaction. You can't put a condom on a wet rope, and that's the law.
Just ask Irv.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. So everyone has been cloned, including Stephanie and Bob. Remember last year when Mullah Omar and Osama bin Laden had actually disguised themselves as Stephanie and Bob were hiding up there in the booth.
Yeah, that was a great moment, and fortunately we had Dr. Sword, our international diplomat, who was able to uncover that. And
yeah, he got us out of that one.
He pulled off Bob's hairpiece, and
which isn't easy to do.
No, and we realized that it was in fact Osama bin Laden, and we smoked him right out of their holes.
Well, that's always our goal, isn't it? And there she is, our KLOS Psychics, Shamalama Ding Dong. Let's go down to her right now.
I'm down here, Frazier, on Channel 5, talking to White Lady. Of course I'm talking to White Lady, because it's always me talking to White Lady about something like, why are you in the parade, and I'm sitting on the side, in the cold, in the gutter, reporting, while you get to ride down the street. Shut up, Gail. Just shut up. All right, this is Pasadena. Pasadena was built on white people, and it's still predominantly white. I'm a white person, so this is my parade, and that's all there is to it. I have beautiful blonde hair, and I'm prissy, and I wasn't a rose queen because I'm not quite that promiscuous, but I am going to be riding down a float. Yeah, that's what it is. She gets to ride down the float, and she's gonna sit there, she's gonna wave at everybody. She's gonna say, hey baby, look at me. I'm cream puff white girl. Whoa, just wandering down the street. Look at this Gail. There's Gail Anderson. She in the gutter with the microphone. Yeah. No, that's not true. I won't even be thinking about you, Gail. I'm quite frankly going to forget about you the second this interview is over. And I, will be thinking about all the things that I need to do. How I'm going to dress like Barbie. I'm going to act like Barbie. And I'm going to do a lap dance like Barbie. And how I'm going to marry a Ken with a big platinum card. And he's going to take care of me for the rest of my life. And you're just going to be in the gutter, Gail. So that's just all there is to it. That's what I told you. How did I know she'd say that?
How did you know?
Psychic powers, Frazier. Now look at, she even got a picture of her sitting down. Look at that. She's taunting me. Taunting me with this.
Okay.
I don't have to put up with it. Look at this picture, Frazier. She got the picture of her sitting there.
That's her clone.
This she is.
Right next to her.
She got a star on it. I told you. How did I know, Frazier?
Well, how did you know?
Psychic powers, baby.
Okay.
Psychic powers.
Right, Gail.
It's the law, Frazier.
Okay, well, it is the law. That's true. You know, she has been cloned. She is now Gail Anderson and Shamalama Ding Dong, our KLOS Psychic.
And she's a bag lady. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pulling the stuff out of the bag.
She does it all.
She does it all.
She's full service.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Well, you know, Gail, of course, angry, and we haven't seen Sam Rubin yet this year so far. I wonder what happened to Sam.
Frazier! Frazier!
Oh, no.
I'm
Speak of the
hiding
devil.
under the stands, with Seymour Butts.
No, that's Irv.
I made it funny.
That's Irv Schiff.
Frazier, you don't have to be gay to sound like you're gay. It's the law.
That's good to know.
Frazier!
Yes, yeah.
Frazier! Greater friction, more satisfaction.
I've heard you say that before. Yeah, that's good.
I want to know why, Frazier.
Yes, Sam.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear?
I am. Hold on, Sam. We got it. We'll be right back to you. We're going down to Stan Chambers, the real Stan Chambers, down there in front of the Viagra Crack House.
Yo, Trip. Bust this, homies. I'm hanging out in P-Land, up here in front of the hoe crib, and I'm flinging my flave with all the clone biatches.
Now, Sam, Stan, it's a G thing down there.
It's the real Stan Chambers, and I'm standing up. Frazier.
Yes.
Where did I go, Frazier? I'm gone. I'm off of the screen.
Well, apparently, I don't know.
I think that's Dr. Sword talking about your hair.
Dr. Sword's trying to figure out what to do about his hair. We'll be back. We're going to try to find Stan. We don't know what happened to him. This happens occasionally, especially during this cloned parade.
Frazier, I'm still under the stands.
Okay.
Frazier, I'm lost.
That's Sam Rubin.
There's a very large man here who's guiding me by my hand, telling me he's taking me to the makeup truck. But we've been under here for hours.
Well, you be careful down there.
Hours, Frazier.
Okay.
I didn't know I had to have makeup on my cheeks, on my the cheeks, my butt cheeks. He keeps trying to powder me down there.
Yeah. Well, that's all part of our Inspiral Rose Parade
he says he's a
Lubin tune.
sponsor.
Well,
He's a sponsor, and that I'm contractually obligated to be under the stands with him.
well, that is part of our sponsorship program. All right.
I don't understand. Why
that
do I
must
have
be-
to talk into this thing? It's not a microphone.
That must be Butt Plugs or Us. Is that the sponsor he's with?
Could be.
All right.
It might be with Uzi in your booty.
Could be. Well, anyway, I want to remind you we are sponsored by Butt Bomb, Crack Pipes for Less out in Reseda. Come by today and try their Crackaccino, and Wino and a Drum. All those new sponsors here.
And jihads are us.
That's my favorite. Can we talk to that guy again? What's his name?
Uzi in your booty here.
Oh, yeah,
Hello.
Uzi in your booty. Yeah.
Hello.
How are you, Uzi? Hey,
Pasadena.
back at you. What about
Yes?
Sam? Did you
Yes.
see Sam, your buddy Sam Rubin? I know he...
Sam has been calling me on my pager. He's been paging me at Uzi at yourbooty.com, uziunyourbooty.com, and he's been asking me for a biological weapon because apparently there's a security guard under the stands who is molesting him. He is trying to give him religious counseling, and Sam wants his own personal jihad. So what we've done for Sam, as you can tell, is we are creating his own personal jihad.
Great.
He is going to create something more feminine than most jihad. He's going to be a flower-laden bomb that he will put the bomb in the bum.
Bomb in your booty.
Bomb in the bum.
Right.
They'll be put the bomb in the bum.
It's a booty bomb.
Yeah, and what you call a depository, a suppository.
Or a depository.
A depository in the suppository of the rectum with the sphincter. And we put the bomb in the bum, and it blow up biological spread, eat him out from the inside.
Well, I guess that's how it works.
All thanks to your friends at Jihad Zarats.
You're crazy.
I know, I'm crazy, but I love it, you know. You get to spread bombs, and we get to spread death and destruction all over, everywhere, and call it a business.
And a theme. That is our theme.
It's the law.
It's the law.
It is the law.
That's right. Now, Dr. Sword is down there being interviewed. Let's talk to him. Dr. Sword, how are you?
Fine, Frazier. Boy, look at the hair transplant I did on this little cutie.
Looks like a muff.
Well, yeah, that's what she wanted.
Okay.
She said, I need that like I need a muff on the head, and so
Anytime you got a muff sitting on your head, you're doing good, right?
What I did is I took small hair follicles from a Yeti.
Right.
And I put them into her head. And the Yeti didn't really like it very much, but look at that head of hers.
Well, you're a diplomat. I guess that's how you can pull that off.
I'm an international diplomat.
That's right.
It's the law, Frazier.
Well, that's right. Now, using some of these same tactics over there in Iraq?
Well, what we're trying to do is get in there as, we're calling it a weapons inspection, but what we really want to do is put in micrographs into the scalp of Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
And if we can do that, we will have small CIA computer chips that are placed at the bottom of the hair follicle, and we'll be able to track him with a GPS system.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
We'll know where he is every hour of the day, all thanks to Dr. Sword's super secret micrograph technique.
Have you talked to Bob Eubanks?
Well, we already know where he is.
He could use some graph.
They push him into an Andy Gump at the end of the parade, and they lock him up and they bring him out again next year.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with this cloning process that's going on, Doc?
Well, the cloning process was an interesting thing. It was a cost-cutting measure, Frazier. We basically took some petals and some flowers off of last year's float. We took them from and implanted them in the back of the neck and forward on the scalp of several dying patients, and from that we grew entire floats. These are actually people that you will be seeing going down the Rose Parade this year. They're actual bodies, even though they look like floral covered mechanical device.
So those are real people.
Those are actually living beings.
Well, that's a first for the Rose Parade, isn't it?
There's been very rare occasions when they've actually had to resort to living, breathing human beings in the parade, although for the most part, they're all mannequins and animatronic devices.
All right, Dr. Sword. Now, you're a doctor. Can you give me an answer on this? Can you put a condom on a wet rope, or why not?
Well, we tend to not to do that. Roy Rogers tried to do that for years, and I mean, it wasn't a pretty picture.
So you can't get that crazy friction we're all looking for?
Well, no, and no satisfaction. It's the law, Frazier. It's just the law.
All right, Doc.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now, we were talking to Sam Rubin earlier, and Sam, you remember he had that bounty on him last year? They have a $7.50 bounty on Sam.
Frazier!
There he is now.
Frazier!
Are you all right?
I'm under the stand still. It's
Still?
dark.
Yeah,
It's
well.
dark and it's clammy. You know, the grass is all kind of soggy, and my shoes are getting soiled.
Well,
It's
you
all
know,
wrong with other things.
No,
Who is
but-
this man who keeps holding my hand under here?
look, we got to keep our sponsorship.
He's not. I don't
That's
think
what's
he's
important.
I don't think he's a PA. We haven't seen the makeup truck for hours.
No, but it's the law.
Where are you,
You gotta stay down
taking
there.
me? I don't know, but it keeps
Okay.
getting darker and rougher.
Hold on a second.
And I
Speaking
haven't-
of dark and rough, there's Gail Anderson with a white woman again.
Here I am with another bunch of white people. Look at them. They're cooking. And I guarantee you, I ain't going to get any of this food. I have a prediction. Frazier.
What's
I
that?
predict
What is it?
I'm not going to see any of this food. If I do, it ain't going to taste good because a white girl's fixing it. You know?
Well, they're part of the Trent Lott restaurant committee, and they're down there. What happened to the? Isn't that weird how the parade just blanks out for a second?
blanks out.
I don't know what. Anyway, they're down there. They've got their
I'm down here with Chef Boy
KKK hats on.
Chef Boy C, Chef Boy E, and Chef Boy X.
Right.
It's like a Dr. Seuss book down here.
Sure is. And what? Now
Gail,
what?
let me explain to you what we're doing here. We're auditioning for Martha Stewart. Now, Martha's probably going to be in prison being somebody's little hoe biatch next year. So there'll need to be a new Martha Stewart, and we have 3 contestants right here that we're going to, try here at the Rose Parade to become the next Martha Stewart. You understand?
Well, they're going to have to. She's going to jail. That's the law.
It's the law. And what we have here is a float cake, and we have a band cake, and we have a horse cake, and we have you, Gail, a hoe cake.
Tasty hoes. Gotta love them. All right, Gail's going to be glad to know that we did lose Players Magazine last year, but fortunately, fine people at blackbooty.com were able to bring us this portion of the parade this year.
Frazier, I got a prediction.
What's that?
This white chick ain't never gonna shut up. How did I know?
How did you know?
How did I know, Frazier?
I don't know.
Psychic powers, baby.
Oh.
Psychic powers.
Well, psychically, I think I predict Stan Chambers down there in front of the Viagra Crack House. Let's go down and check him out.
Nobody has seen Sam Rubin for years. He's been stuck underneath the grandstands at the Rose Parade. We've been searching, but we can't find him. He's chained to a dark crevice, and nobody will be able to find him as long as I have something to do with it. Oh, wait a minute. The fire aircraft are coming down over the hills of Pepperdine. They are
Wait
spreading
a
fire
second. No.
retardant on the hills
Stan,
of Malibu.
snap out of it, buddy. Hold on.
Sorry, I was back to
Stan was
Malibu.
having a little
Wait,
flashback
there they come.
there, and-
Here comes the fire retardant chemicals flying down over the hills
No, no.
of Malibu
Stan?
with the United States aircraft. There I am, Frazier, sitting in the aircraft as we
Okay,
fight
all
the
right.
Malibu fires. Did I ever mention that I could have been Walter Cronkite?
No, but
I've been on the air in Los Angeles for 93 years. I was broadcasting before there was television.
okay. Just relax. All right, Stan sort of goes off every once in a while like that, folks. It's okay. He's been on
Frazier!
for 93 years, and yes, Sam.
Frazier!
What's up, Sam
What
Rubin?
does more friction, greater satisfaction mean?
Well,
this man keeps screaming at me from behind.
It usually means maximum pleasure.
Well,
Sam.
I just don't know about maximum pleasure, but I'm laughing.
All
I've
right.
got a big smile on my face.
Well, I'll bet you do, but just don't try to put a condom on a wet rope. Whatever you do,
Woo! Cowboy.
it's the law.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, he's scratching a few eyes out down there, huh? Crabman, that's too
It's
bad
amazing.
we haven't. Sam,
This has just been one of the most radical pre-show we've had. There's no sense to it. It's very chaotic. KTLA has really sort of gone off the hook.
yeah, they are off the hook. Dreams and hoes and biatches and weapons of mass destruction is our theme, so I guess we're in keeping with it, at any rate. Well, today's parade, want to remind you, brought to you by the Embarrassed Honky Medical Center, home of the new Okie Dog implant. And we're going to be coming right back. Peter Crabb, Frazier Smith, live from Pasadena right after this with the Rose Parade.
97.1, the FM talk station.
All right, we are back live in Pasadena. Frazier Smith and Peter Crabb here on the FM talk station 97.1, Channel 5. And corn dogs are roasting on an open fire down here, Crabman. I guess they're going to be put on the float later.
There's nothing like chasing a weenie down the street.
You've often said that, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, now where have you been? You've been under the grandstand. Sam Rubin here from KLSX.
Well, I finally got away from that very large man. I don't know. He kept whispering in my ear and calling me my baby.
Well,
and I don't know why. I don't know who the guy was.
Well, that's what we call courting a sponsor.
Apparently so. He kept saying, "This is the way to the makeup truck, my baby." And I going, "What are you talking about?"
Well, you didn't get an Uzi in your booty, did you?
No, I told him, "You're going to have to buy me dinner before you talk to me like that."
Okay. Well, just be careful. That's all we can say.
It's, I want to wax philosophical here, Frazier. When you're under the stands early in the morning at the Rose Parade and you see all of those flannel-covered booties over your head, it really is inspirational.
Well, it's the Inspiral Rose Parade.
I think that I'm going to step out from behind the desk of an entertainment news reporter and actually become a documentary filmmaker where I'm going to shoot parades from under the stands. And you sort of see, behind the scenes.
He made a joke. Very good, Sam.
I'll be sort of the Quentin Tarantino of under the stands,
Got it.
It'll be Pulp Friction instead of Pulp Fiction.
I like it. Or you could get together with Stan Chambers. It's going to be Under the Stand.
Under the Stand. That would be very funny.
Why not? Why not?
That's funny, Frazier. Stick to wedding planning.
It's the law.
It's the law, Frazier. Now, I understand. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm the entertainment news reporter here. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I understand that Oklahoma is going to be put on instead of a football game this year. This is just wonderful to me.
No,
we're going to have theater.
No, that's the team. They're playing Oklahoma.
They're playing Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
No, the team, the football team, Oklahoma University, is going to be playing in the Rose Bowl. You got it wrong, Sam.
The theater department from Oklahoma is doing Oklahoma? No,
sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, I'm just confused. But then again, I've been under the stands all morning with a very large man who I don't know.
Well, you're a diplomat.
I'm something. I'm a new man, that's for sure. I have a little sparkle in my eye.
I can see that.
Oh, my God.
You look
it's
very...
the new definition of the term float, let me tell you.
That is crazy friction.
Yeah.
Well, is this... Stan Chambers is down there. Speaking of Stan, let's go to him right now. Stan, what's going on over there?
Ayo trip, homies. I'm down here with my posse.
There's your posse.
There I am, yeah. We're the Viagra Street Hard-Ons.
There you
is
go.
What we are.
That's your gang.
And I got my main man, Jesse P. Yeah, that's Jesse. Stand up, Jesse. Yeah, see, you stand up straight whenever the Viagra gang, that's our salute. Yeah, there we are. Our salute there. We stand up there and we look at the hoe cake house up there and we think of ourselves with the young girls.
Now, what about Fred Rogers is up there? Let's talk to him. I know he's a distant relative of Sam Rubin.
Well, I'm down here, Frazier, with all of my friends, and I can't find Mr. McFeely. He went off to look for Sam Rubin, and he hasn't been seen ever since.
Okay.
These people are in my neighborhood, and Art Linkletter over here is a fine gentleman, and Mr. Cosby here, of course, is a very, very wealthy African American, and myself, on the other hand, who worked for years and years in television and public broadcasting, never really made very much, not like Mr. Cosby with his Jell-O endorsements and his millions and millions of dollars. I just sort of have to live in a small crack house down in South Detroit. But I'm not bitter.
Nice neighborhood.
At all.
I can tell.
I like to be neighbors to the crack hoes and the
bitches
and the biatches,
right,
yes,
right.
and the people from the halfway houses and escapees from prison and the rodents and the fleas are my neighbors. Not like Mr. Cosby, who lives in Bel Air with his millions. That's okay. Or Mr. Linkletter and his house party with his millions.
You're not
and his
bitter,
real
though,
estate deals. I'm not bitter at all, though. Even Mr. frickin' McFeely has Sam Rubin under the stands and is getting more friction and greater satisfaction, but I'm not better. Except I have, met a nice young man named Uzi in your booty, and he's going to create for me my own personal jihad.
Well, maybe he'll give you a chemical weapon.
I think so, and I think that we're going to take it to Mr. Trolley's going to take it into the neighborhood and kind of blow everything up.
Well, why not? That sounds like fun. All right, just be careful with that crazy friction, because that'll get to you. Now, again, is it going to be a KY Free Parade this year again?
I think
guess
so.
We don't know.
It's a clone. It's a clone parade, and we don't know what parts of what former parades they're going to stick in, but we're pretty sure we're going to see bands, and we're going to see floats.
How about horses?
We're going to see horses.
Okay. And, of course, there's our 3 grand marshals. It's Bill Cosby,
and
Art
Linkletter,
clones. And his 2 clones,
right.
A dean, a bean, and a queen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got there.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love them.
A dean, a bean, and a queen.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm not sure.
But it's crazy. It's crazy friction. And speaking of crazy friction, there's the girl with the muff on her head, and you gotta love
and cowboy.
love a little muff on your head.
Hi, do you like my muff head?
I sure do, little gal.
Would you put a rope around it and wrestle me to the ground? And,
I'd do that for you. What the hell are these guys
That's
doing
the
out here?
Herald Trumpeters now.
Herald Trumpeter. What the hell is this guy doing with? He's holding the thing and the
Cleaning his spit valve. That's what he's
finger
doing.
on there well, now I got this big thing here. It's not really a horn.
Is that a bong? What is that?
Well, what it is, it's a condom with what they call the reservoir on the end.
Ah.
Yeah, greater friction, more satisfaction.
Crazy friction, yeah.
Well, I could have seen you last night at midnight. Now, could that thing fit in my muff?
Well, that thing here on your head looks pretty big. I don't know. It might be kind of loose. We need to tighten it up for some friction.
All right, do the tighten up. Don't get too tight.
Frazier, the Herald Trumpeters this year look a lot different. they got some different funky horns.
Well, I think what they were doing was cleaning their spit valves, but now they're getting ready to go. And of course, that's one of Sam's favorites.
Frazier!
Here he comes.
Don't let the horns blow without me!
We're trying not to, Sam.
Leave me alone! This man down here I'm handcuffed to the stand.
We got to get him out of there.
I have nipple clamps on.
Well,
I have no shirt.
It's a good look for you.
And somebody said that the KTLA hired this guy to keep me under the stands. I don't understand it.
Well,
I'm a professional entertainment news reporter. It's crucial that I be out on the parade route interviewing those nice young men with those hard horns pressed to their lips.
I know that's your favorite.
It's just not right.
Relax. Relax,
He's
Sam.
dripping candle wax on my nipples now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is getting kinky. It's kind of getting hot. It's kind of getting dirty, as they say in the beer commercial.
Can we tape that?
Yes.
All right.
It's
Well, that is
the
scary.
law. You have to let me go after 72 hours, or at least buy me a ring.
That's how we keep our sponsorship here.
Oh, my.
Sam's working hard for the station.
Frazier, he's bringing his friends over now.
Well, this is going to be a long day.
They're calling it a
Pasadena.
pigskin classic. I don't know what that means.
Maybe we should have played Oklahoma. All right. So that's Sam Rubin. He is trapped under the stands there.
Ducks and chicks and geese gonna scurry when I take you out in my I'm singing the best I can, sir. Don't hit me. Oh, God, please. A little lower.
I think Sam is really having some fun today, although we haven't seen him yet. He's been trapped under the stands, handcuffed to a sponsor. Well, that's how you keep this parade in money, and that's how we keep doing this every year. And by the way, a reminder, you can pick up today's parade on Baba Booey's Teeth right after our parade, the rebroadcast. So check that out. All right, we're down to talking to more white guys. Let's go down to the parade route. There's a white guy.
Yeah, we're sending a posse out to look for Sam Rubin. He's apparently stuck somewhere under a stand. We got the horses, and we got the white guys, and we're even going. This one guy, he's kind of an idiot. He doesn't know how to straddle a horse. This is how horse riding got started in America. They first did 2 horses where we stood on them.
Right.
And then later on we figured we could just spread our legs a little bit and just ride on one.
Which always feels good.
Yeah,
now,
before then it was pretty kind of hard, because you had to stand on the back of 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then we figured out, hey, why don't we just spread our legs a little bit and kind of slide down, and we could just ride on the back of one.
Well, why not?
But it was what we call an evolution.
Yeah.
In horseback riding, and but anyway, we come here. And we're going to look for Sam Rubin.
Yeah, someone's got to get him, rescue him. We need him up here in the parade route.
We suspect terrorists.
A lot of those around today. I don't know how they all got by security.
Well, that would be what you call an insult to us, our intelligence. And
couldn't do that.
Yeah, and after we find Sam dead or alive, we smoke him out of his hole.
I think that's already happened.
We're going to address the insult to our dignity and our intelligence.
All right, sir. Yeah. All right, glad to talk to you. And we're going to be coming back. The Inspiral Tostita Rose Parade. Join us on Web TV, Lube It or Lose It, on KLOS with Frazier Smith and Peter Crabb.
97.
Frazier!
Sam.
It's like penile enhancement without the surgery. That's what he keeps whispering in my ear.
All right, Sam, we got people looking for you. That's Sam Rubin. He's trapped somewhere down below the stands here in Pasadena. We're out here at the Rose Parade. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. We are missing our friend Sam Rubin, though. He's trapped beneath the parade route there with a sponsor. All right, we're going down with Gail down there on the parade route. Gail, what's going on?
I'm down here on the parade route with a chubby white guy.
Who's that fat white guy?
They don't let me interview Bill Cosby.
No.
No. I got a prediction. Gail is going to interview chubby white people.
Well, I guess that's true. That one's already come true.
Now, I want to know from you exactly where's Sam Rubin?
Well, we're looking for Sam.
Wait a minute. You're looking for him. I don't want you to find him. I just want to know where he is, because I want to put the rest of the staff down there too. Stan Chambers, Marta Waller.
Well, listen, you little hoe cake. If you give me a little something, then I can tell you where. Oh.
Well, they're standing in front of the Viagra crack house, so let's go up to Stan. Stan Chambers?
We had to cut away from that broadcast as it was not family-oriented. This is a family broadcast. And so I'm back up here in front of the Viagra crack house, where I have been an upstanding citizen chatting with all the young, firm hoe cakes. Now, listen, I'm talking to these 2 military personnel and about the security here at the Rose Parade. Now, gentlemen, what can you tell us about what's being done to find Sam Rubin at this time? Well, I could tell you, Stan, that we're kind of looking hard, I guess. We've got an awful lot of standing around and drinking coffee to do, so we haven't been looking overtime or anything. Yes, that's correct, Stan. Actually, the police force here has sort of said, don't worry about it too much. You can we'll find them later when we take the stands down and haul the trash away. We'll probably find the body. So if we're going to, look for him, it'll just be kind of a cursory thing. Well, right. That's a very good thing for you to do. None of us particularly like him. No, we don't like him either, and we hope that he just doesn't come back.
Well,
yeah. Well, that's good. It's a nice day out here. What do you guys want to talk about now? Oh, I don't know. Well, anything to keep you away from looking for Sam, who's stuck under 1843 Colorado Boulevard, stand number 6, garbage can number 3, with my friend named Earl. All right. But regardless of the fact, we are back here having a good time at the parade.
All right. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They apparently don't want to find Sam.
No. Yeah. And for those of you who are listening out here, just tuning in, if you tune into Channel 5, and
otherwise this makes absolutely no sense. And even if you do watch Channel 5, it barely makes any sense. Yeah.
So tune in Channel 5.
Well, that is crazy. So Sam Rubin, our usual man in the street, is now the man in the stands, under the stands.
Under the stands, chained, locked, being held prisoner. And I understand that there's a whole security force going to interview Hannibal Lecter to see if perhaps he
has some information.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Hello, Sam.
It's like a penile implant without the implant.
I could tell you are coming, Sam, by that bad cologne you're wearing.
That is frightening what's happening. We lost our buddy Sam Rubin to some crazy friction, I guess is what you'd say. But that is our theme. At least he's in keeping with the theme, crazy friction for maximum pleasure.
Exactly.
It's our theme this year. And the parade has, as we've been told, been cloned. So everybody's got a clone. These are real people? Is that what we're talking about this year?
Well, I think it was the real people we finally discovered is the real people were a few years ago. And this year it's going to be cloned people?
I guess. All right. Well, we're going to find out. The Inspiral Tostita Rose Parade continues live, lube it or lose it, from Pasadena with Frazier Smith and Peter Craig. We are back live, a little too live actually. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, KLOS 97.1, the FM talk station, and we are live in Pasadena, and Channel 5 is our video outlet. Let's go down to Marta Walter, or what's left of her.
Frazier, we're down here with the breaking story of the missing Sam Rubin. Nobody seems to be able to find him. Nobody seems to care. It's a sad, sad story, a day when a heterosexual yet very effeminate and sensitive broadcaster...
Sensitive,
bubbly, effervescent.
Yeah.
Newscaster can be lost under the stands with a very large man handcuffed and having candle wax dripped on his nipples, and nobody seems to know where he is, and nobody seems to care. We're down here, and we're talking with two gentlemen about this, and they don't seem to care much either. And so the mystery continues. Where is Sam? Why has he been taken? Why would anybody want to be in his presence for a long period of time? We're starting to suspect that perhaps this is a commissioned crime, that perhaps one of the broadcast staff here at KTLA has paid someone to handcuff Stan underneath the stands.
Well, you'd hate to think that, but I guess it could happen. We hope we find him in time for KLSX's John, Heidi, and Jeff are going to be at Whips and Spurs night at the Pleasure Chest in West Hollywood. It's Weapons of Ass Destruction night. And we want you to come down and get your freak on, but that's something...
Is that sponsored by Uzi and Your Booty?
Yeah. Let's go and check in with Uzi right now.
Hello, Frazier. I'm down here in Alhambra. And I am down here at Jihad planning a new jihad. I have just gotten a pager message once more from the staff of KTLA. A counter jihad has been ordered against Sam Rubin. We are going to make a very special bomb. This bomb is going to be made of terrible movies. We're going to inundate Sam this year with terrible movies, and so he is going to be annoyed to death. We figured that he has been annoying people to death for years, and so we're going to do a countermeasure and annoy Sam to death. Right now, this is, of course, predicated on the fact that he is found, but nobody seems to know where he is, and nobody seems to care. It is a very sad thing in this day in entertainment broadcasting when a man as effervescent and bubbly and respected in my country as Sam Rubin is. Osama bin Rubin is a very respected man, and he broadcasts many times from a nondescript rock with a turban on his head and an Uzi by his side, telling all of the great movies that are made in Iraq, and all of the great movie stars like Malamundu Mahana, who is a beautiful woman who shows her ankles many times in the pictures in the Iraqi pornographic movie, and of course my favorite Abu Donkey Dudu, who is a very well endowed Scud missile kind of a guy, and has much more to offer than just a turban and a smile.
Well, I rented Burgers in the Mist the other day, and that.
Well, it is a great movie. Is that a banana with the ape, or is it you just happy to see me?
I wasn't sure. I didn't know. Well, that's all right. So now we better find Sam if he's going to get an Uzi in his booty, which I know he enjoys.
Yes.
We were going to have to locate him.
We're going to have to locate him one way or another. We have a GPS.
There's some of our guys down there. We've got Jack Hanna, the animal expert, down there looking for him right now.
Right, well, we're going to go down here with a couple of crocodiles and some heat-seeking scud floats. We're going to get down now. We're going to, take a look for Sam. We got this swan right here. This swan, he looks like a swan, Frazier, but actually it's a pecker seeker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that. They're going to look under the stands for all the peckers.
Right.
Now, I understand that a pecker in your country means something different in our country. In our country, a pecker means a pecker. And you know what that means.
Well,
and
right.
So we're going to go in there, we're going to look for a pecker, of which Sam is one. And hopefully we're going to find him under the stands there with a great big smile on his face and his pants not too soiled. Right, so we're back.
All right, let's see the muff-headed gal. Let's see what she's got to say down there.
What can you tell us about the missing
Mindy
Sam Rubin?
Bourbano.
Well, I want to tell you that I've been praying for his soul, but actually I haven't. I have a fixation on Sam.
Shut up, you old fool.
Well, now, hold on. The both of you. Stop laughing and tell us about Sam.
Well, like I was saying, I prayed for his soul, and instead, these very ugly women showed up.
That happens to me a lot. I don't know how you get away from that. But anyway, no one seems to care about finding Sam. We do. We feel that he's an integral part of our Inspiral Rose Parade broadcast.
Frazier!
There he is now. Wait a minute.
Frazier!
I hear him. I don't see him.
I've got this Nextel phone like that cute little Dennis Franz has.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Sam?
you now. Hello?
Sam, can you hear us now?
Nobody's coming for me. Well, I shouldn't say that, but
well.
nobody's looking for me.
Well, we are looking.
And I'm just starting to weep, and it's getting cold, and it's,
Okay.
I can see the sun starting to come up, and I know the parade's going to start, and the parade's going to pass me by.
Well, no, it won't. We'll find you. We've got everybody in the parade route looking for you, Sam.
This man didn't bring me flowers. He doesn't sing me love songs.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know why. Stop taunting me, you beast.
You know what? I have a feeling we never should have sent him on that star date with Eddie Munster.
Oh, God, Frazier.
That was a
Please
mistake.
send help soon. I just long for the limo.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get back in time for his new show, Touched by an Uncle, Tuesdays on the PAX Network. Let's just hope. The poor guy. All right, that was Sam. We don't know where he is. He's trapped out there under the stands with a sponsor. And that's how we keep this parade running, though, isn't it?
This isn't swag.
Oh.
This isn't a perk.
It's not?
I'll give you my frequent flyer miles. Just leave me alone.
Well, what we call it is crazy friction, Sam, and he's getting jiggy down there. All right, we can't find Sam. He's somewhere down. I can hear him, but I can't find him. And hopefully we will get him in time, up here in time for the parade to start, which will be in about 3 hours. The parade is going to start. So, folks, we're already out of material. We're just kind of vamping until something happens. But we are having fun out here, Crabman, aren't we?
It's a great time, always a good time here at the Pasadena Rose Parade with that great anticipation of something fresh and something new and something different, and of course never getting it.
Yeah, you never do get it, do
No,
you?
you never get it.
Except
Particularly-
Sam does, maybe.
Sam's getting something new
He's
and
getting
different.
something.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
But anyway, with Attack of the
Getting that
Clones...
Uzi in the booty.
Uzi in the booty. Attack of the Clones being our theme this year, I doubt we're going to see anything new.
Yeah, that's probably true. It's all going to be clone stuff from parades past. Well, once again, Crabman, you and I will be broadcasting the Super Bowl right here on KLOS, along with Meryl Schindler and Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show right here on the Classic Talk station. And also be sure and drop by KLOS this month as Tom Likas signs Anna Nicole's rack. That's going to be the world's longest and largest rack signing. It's going to take about 28 days. So, and Malibu Dan will be camping out in the scaffolding there.
I understand her body was the inspiration for the naming of He Hate Me.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it definitely was. And you know, at Thanksgiving, I called up 1-800-Butterball, and they put me through to Anna Nicole.
Wow.
Yeah. You can't understand what she's saying, though. You got to push the SAP button to hear what she's saying. All right, we're going to join our friend Dr. Sword. He's a diplomat of, he's on the hair board for restoration surgery. And this guy's going to hopefully, there he is down there. Let's talk to him now, Dr. Sword. What's going on?
I replaced Sam Rubin's hairline, and ever since that, he's been extremely attractive to very strange sort of drifter kind of men with soiled army coats on.
seem to like him. The type of guy who would, stop and wipe your windshield at the traffic light, or hold the door open for you at the 7-Eleven.
Right.
These are the type of men that have been attracted to him ever since I completely restored his hairline.
Well, it's very realistic. And I know the good doctor, he's a diplomat, isn't he?
He is a diplomat.
He could have said a lot of things there, but he didn't say anything. So I guess that's the doc for you. Well, it's going to be exciting, I guess, if you like looking at old floats from last year. And we're coming back with more of that, hopefully soon here live in Pasadena. Frazier Smith, Peter Cram. Sam, we'll get to... Can you hear me now, Sam?
I don't know how much more friction I can take.
Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy friction out here, isn't it, Peter?
Let me just move my leg a little bit more to the right, and then maybe you can... Oh, Frazier!
Sam, where are you, man? This is Frazier Smith along with Peter Cram. We're trying to find Sam Rubin. He's under the stands somewhere, apparently with a sponsor.
I'm crying. It's the Stockholm Syndrome. You start being able to relate to your captors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I think that's what's happening to me. It's been so long since the search party set out to look for me, and they certainly haven't found me.
Okay, well, hold on a second. We'll be right back to you there, Sam. Right now, Marta Walter, or the Marta Walter clone, is interviewing Raul Rodriguez. He is the Mexican Beretta. Let's check in with him down there.
We are looking very hard to try to find Sam Rubin. He is, of course, a god in our community. He was the one who first exposed the Taco Bell dog for what he was. He got him to drop the chalupa. We dedicate this entire float to him. We must find Sam Rubin, El Sam, as he's known in our community. And if we do not find him, it will be a very grave day, a very dark day, almost as bad as when we tied the United States in soccer, but not quite.
Not
as bad.
quite that bad.
But we will check every drive-through restaurant. We will look at every chrome wheel manufacturing plant. And we will check every single orange salesman on a freeway on-ramp to know if they have found Sam Rubin.
Well, I think he's probably dropped the chalupa somewhere down behind the grandstands, and
he is a god of classic Mexican cinema.
he's a diplomat. All right, well, push your SAP button if you want to understand what Raul just said. I have no idea what he was talking about. We have to find Sam Rubin, though, because he is the guest speaker at next Tuesday's All-Star Tribute to Rip Taylor at the Rage nightclub in West Hollywood. So we've got to track him down somehow before this parade is through. Am I right?
Frazier!
There he is. There's Sam.
I'm giving up. I'm just gonna give in.
I
I
think it's too late for that.
It's just too much friction and satisfaction down here for one man with a twinkle in his eye to handle.
Well, at least crazy friction. You're keeping with our theme for this year's parade. That
I'm
is the theme.
losing my effervescence.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Stay bubbly. Come on.
Bubbly, oh my God. I think I had too much bubbly last night. That's why I'm under the stands with this large man I don't even know.
Okay, well,
Smile when you say that.
let's go down to Bob and Stephanie and find out what they have to say about Sam being kidnapped.
Well, Stephanie, we're down here and we've been trying to find Sam, but
He's just gone.
That's right. And none of us really particularly miss him, and it's maybe a good idea we can put Stan Chambers and some of these other people under there with him.
All right, let's go to J-Lo there. J-Lo, what's going on?
Yes, I am here to talk to you today about the Jewish Defense League and our float. It is what you are calling a flower-covered float, and with lots of kosher flowers on the float. Ice cream cone, kosher ice cream cone flowered float. And this is going to be our flower, a biological weapon, Patriot missile to offset the Scud floats that are coming in from Uzi and Djibouti.
We got a quick look at some of the Waving Idiots, too. That's one of our favorites. We'll be talking to them later. Well, Booty in your Uzi in Your Booty is our sponsor this year. Of course, one of our
From
sponsors.
House of Jihad.
Yeah, from the House of Jihad, and he's crazy. That guy. Should we go on? Should we talk to him? Is he down there?
Hello. Rancho Cucamonga.
All right, that's your new location out there, isn't it?
Yeah, my new location in Rancho Cucamonga, Frazier. I'm telling you, we are opening the doors to everyone. Anyone with any kind of religious persuasion can come in and have their very own jihad.
You're killing me, Uzi.
Yes, I'm going to kill you, Isu. Uzi's going to kill you. It's very funny. The first thing we're going to do is take on that idiot from Sit and Sleep. He's not going to sit. He's not going to sleep. He's going to be laid dead is what he's going to do.
He'll have an
And
Uzi in his booty.
stupid freaking idiot accountant of his, Irvin, whatever his name, he's going to be dead.
Free!
Yeah, he's going to be free. He's going to be free falling is what
Yeah.
he's going to be doing.
Okay.
Without a parachute, we take him on. We take on Dr. Sword. Dr. Sword, we're going to beat him into a plowshare. He's going to have no share. He's going to be sharing the ground with all the other dead people. Because here at Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad, we take on everybody without any prejudice. We kill you. If you're Mormon, we kill you. If you are Iranian, we kill you. If you are anything you want, we kill you all. We kill you all.
You're crazy.
Because we're crazy. You come down here, we got our own person. You know, last week, Frazier, it was very interesting. There was a barber shop, in Duarte, who was he was very upset. He was very upset with another a florist in Pasadena, and I think that he did not pay him for a mustache trim or something. So we blew him up. We just blew him up.
Nice.
It was great. It was great. We had a little personal jihad. We delivered it down the chimney instead of Santa Claus. We dropped a bomb. A biological weapon spread to the house, and the flesh was eaten all in time for Christmas. It was with no extra charge or nothing.
That is a Ramadan treat.
It was a Ramadan treat. It
Yeah, I love
certainly was. Yes. You know, if you come down, we give you 2 biological weapons for the price of 1. It's crazy down here at Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad.
That is awesome. All right, well, we're going to see if we can stop down there afterwards.
Okay.
You're right next to Booty Barn, aren't you?
You're right next to Booty Barn. It is a great place. You know, you can come down. It is a great place because it looks, Booty Barn, it looks like a religious structure. So you can go in and everybody thinks you're going in to a very religious place, like you're a very religious person.
Right.
And you're going to do maybe some prayer or something very moralistic, But when you get inside, it's lap dancing and it's brass balls and girls in tongues and with great big flesh bosoms cramming in your face. Oh, it's great.
Oh, I'm there.
It's great,
Say
and
no
then
more.
You walk out and you look like you're very religious, and the women, they don't know because we put a burqa over their head and, we beat them and we throw them in the river.
Nothing like a lap dance and a burqa.
Oh, it's great, Frazier. America is a wonderful place. Nowhere else could you just, have a big neon sign that say, Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad. You can't do it
You
anywhere
can't do
else.
it. No, that's crazy. That's crazy friction.
No, crazy friction, total satisfaction, money back guarantee.
All
You
right.
hate them, we kill them. It's
Okay.
a motto.
And don't forget, we are brought to you by He Hate Me Malt Liquor, too.
Yes, he's a very good man, a very big customer.
He hates you.
Yes.
He's crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
He's a diplomat.
Excuse me, Frazier, I'm getting paid from Sam Rubin. I got to go now.
Okay, there goes Fruity and Your Booty. And let's go down to Marta Walter, the Marta Walter clone, and a guy in leather, a white guy in leather.
Well, I'd like to take you out underneath a stand and, show you what we do with the horses.
Oh, well.
The horses don't look too pleased with that.
No, I guess they don't.
No, they're scared.
Nothing like a little bestiality, though, to get you going here in a...
We are watching Channel 5,
New Year's-
just in case.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I got the wrong channel on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I wonder what was going on there. None
So
of it
anyway,
was making any sense.
Marta, we're going to take these horses over here. We're going to ride them down the street over there. And believe it or not, there'll be 1 million people that will applaud us as we do this. Don't ask us why, but every year we come out, we get on these horses, we walk them down the street, and 1 million people show up and applaud us. It's the craziest freaking thing you've ever seen in your life. We don't really, you think that the parade is the big thing. It's the idiot fans that come out and applaud us.
And there they are. Look at all those idiots. They're all out there. You pretty much have to be an idiot to come out to this today because it's not an actual parade. It's just cloned
Frazier, do you see me?
creatures from
I'm
last
here.
year. There's Sam. Where is he? I can't see him.
No.
Let's go to Bob and Stephanie. Do you guys see Sam? Have you seen him?
We haven't seen him at all, Frazier, and we're all getting just a little concerned.
We're getting a little concerned they're going to find him.
Well, not too many people really hope that we do find him. I don't understand that. But, you know, we are looking for Sam Rubin. Once again, he's an integral part of this year's parade. And we are brought to you by the new Anthrax on a Bun. Good. You don't want to forget, check out Anthrax on a Bun. And by Numbnuts, the tasty new breakfast cereal for kids. And by Snort Chalet. Watch your life go downhill fast at Snort Chalet. All right?
Okay.
All right, we're coming back in just a few minutes. And once again, don't forget, John and Jeff will be broadcasting live at Sweater Barn out in Topanga Mall. Bring an unwrapped kid and get in free. All right, that is what Sam Rubin is saying to that sponsor down there under the grandstands. Bend over, let me
He's screaming it at
see
me.
you shake a tail feather.
Bend over, let me see you shake a tail feather. What does it mean, Frazier?
Well, means crazy friction, I
Have
think.
you been sending the people out? Nobody seems to be
No,
coming
we're looking
except
for you.
me.
We're looking for you, dude. All right, that's Sam Rubin. We can't find him. He's under the stand somewhere. This is Frazier Smith along with Peter Crabb. We are live in Pasadena. Tournament of Roses Parade, Channel 5. Checking us out here on the
Frazier!
FM talk station. And Sam Rubin, our usual street reporter, is somewhere trapped under the stands.
I have a question, Frazier.
What is it, Sam?
How long does Viagra last? Oh, my God.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to ask Stan Chambers that one.
I've been out here with Omar's House of Iron Rod Steel.
See, that's what you get for you know, we got Uzi and Your Booty as a sponsor, and look at the crazy stuff that starts happening around here, Crab Man.
It's crazy, man. It's just, you know, you've got a very well-respected entertainment news reporter that is supposed to be on the air, and he's stuck, hidden underneath, you know, being held captive at the Rose Parade underneath a grandstand, and not only can nobody find him, nobody seems to care.
No, it's like a penile implant without surgery. You just, what can you say?
Yeah, it's just big and wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Well, like this whole parade, you know, really, it's kind of big and wrong.
Yeah.
But we are brought to you by Robbins Brothers, and don't forget Robbins Brothers Yo Mama Bowl right after the parade here. Brought to you by Hockey in a Bun and the wonderful folks at Booty Barn. All these great sponsors this year. Also, Headphones and Bongs out there. The Jim Ladd's House of Headphones and Bongs out at the Westfield Shopping Center in Temecula, bringing us the parade. A lot of new sponsors this year. And Conway and Steckler are going to be, by the way, they're going to, after the parade, they're going to try to drink the world's largest bottle of sherry at the Wine Crypt in Koreatown at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
So stop down and see that. And you and I are going to be human pinatas at the Plaza de la Raza. And
There's a reason to get out of your house.
Later on today, too. All right.
You have human pinatas. Nobody's found Sam yet.
No, but let's check in with Gail, / Shamalama Ding Dong. And there's Stan. Hold on. We couldn't even get to Gail. There's Stan Chambers.
We have breaking news in the Sam Rubin story, Frazier.
What is it?
I'm here talking to absolutely no one. And they have the following news to report. Sam Rubin is missing, and he can't be found.
Well, we kind of knew that.
And he shouldn't be found.
I guess we knew that, too.
No one is really looking for him.
What about Bob? Stephanie, what do you think? Do we care?
We don't know where he is, and frankly, we don't care either.
All right, well, they
They're
got
the surveillance
planes looking
plane.
for
Yeah,
him. They're looking for
planes.
him.
They're scanning, you know, with the satellite technology, the infrared technology, looking for heat.
Screw Waldo. Where's Sam?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, no one seems to be able to find him. We can't really start the parade without him. That's why the parade was supposed to have started half an hour ago, but they're going to hold it off until they find Sam Rubin. They can't really have a Rose Parade without him.
Right. He's one of the Grand Marshals.
Well, he's triple tested and strong, but we still can't find him. I don't know.
Greater friction, more
Yeah,
satisfaction.
that's our parade theme this year. And
you
of
know,
course,
having Sam is like having a penile enlargement without the surgery.
oh, is that right? Yeah. Well, you know, it's a clone parade anyway. I mean, not only don't we have Sam Rubin, but there's no actual parade. It's just clones of people from last year's parade.
Which was a clone from the year before, and the year before, and the year before.
Yeah, so I don't see any point in coming out here. If you're not already out here, don't bother, because there's nothing out here.
If you're not already out there, if you came last year, you are already out there.
Oh, that's right.
So you can stay home.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, forget it. And, by the way, after the parade, this might be interesting. Laker Mark Madsen is going to be pulled on a flatbed truck as he dances to Who Let the Dogs Out. So you will be seeing something worthwhile.
Somebody needs to let the dogs out down there at Staples Center.
Someone's got to do something there. What's going on there with the Lakers, folks? I think they could probably use Sam Rubin at this point.
I think somebody's using Sam Rubin at this point under the stands.
Yep, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's a sponsor. Now, the other thing we've learned so far, you can't put a condom on a wet rope. And believe us, we've tried. It just doesn't seem to go anywhere, does it?
And if you're watching Channel 5, you see the unmanned drones are circling over the parade route.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Preparing for Uzi and Your Booty's beginning his jihad against the Rose Parade. It's the most popular jihad, actually, is the anti-Rose Parade jihad.
I got one of those new Honda jihads.
Really?
Yeah, those are nice. But the thing that surprises me is that we've got this new sponsor, and now he's going to blow up the parade. Does that make any sense? I don't know.
Well, it only makes sense in the fact that he will get lots of publicity out of it.
Right, which is, I guess, what it's all about. And speaking of publicity, Peter and I are going to be in the next edition of Celebrity Boxing live from the Spruce Goose Dome at the Queen Mary. Next Saturday night, we'll be taking on Susan Olsen and Anna B. Davis. I just read this. Nobody tells us.
Anna B. Davis?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to this.
All right.
All right. What's going on down there, Bob, Stephanie? What are you doing?
Apparently, there are some airplanes overhead. That's all we know.
Okay.
They're airplanes. Wait a minute,
Bob. Oh no, I was just adjusting my headset.
Now she went. Apparently, Stephanie, didn't you see the hair diplomat, Dr. Sword? Because your implants look pretty good.
Yes, thank you, Frazier. I was going bald, and now I'm not. I have my very plastic-looking red hair.
Now you look like a black girl. How did that happen? I don't know.
These are just some of the fans, Frazier, that are sitting on top of Sam Rubin and not letting him out. These children, innocent though they may seem, have actually concocted a plot to keep Sam out of sight.
Well, that is all part of our theme, I guess. Keep Sam out of sight is the theme of this year's. I think they thought he was a little too visible the last couple of years. Let's put a lid on it, I guess, is what they're trying to do.
And once again, here comes the spy aircraft flying overhead.
Looking for Sam.
Can't
seem to find him.
No.
Yeah. Well, and of course, our theme, dreams and hoes and biatches and weapons of mass destruction. And plenty of those out here, though. Aren't there?
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, I hate to go down to Fruity and Your Booty again if we don't have to.
Frazier!
Uh-oh. Guess we do.
Eagle Rock. And then you're looking at the plane on Channel 5.
Is that one of your planes?
This is one of our very special planes.
Yeah.
Beginning our jihad from the air, land, or sea. We could do it anywhere you want to go.
Right.
We will have the jihad drop aerial from a plenty bomb or a torpedo.
Okay.
Yeah, and torpedo in your booty is very, very, of course, very good. Uzi in your booty is very efficient. And of course, bomb from above, aerial spraying, he covers a great many distances, and no matter what the jihad, it does the job.
Well, I guess that's necessary. Someone's got to do it.
And if it doesn't kill everybody, it's absolutely free.
Oh, there you go. How about if it causes mass hysteria or group fainting spells?
Yeah, well, we could arrange that too. There's a small jihad. It's jihad light.
Yeah. All right, well.
Just kind of annoy people. With a jihad light, you don't kill them. You just kind of, annoy people for a very long period of time.
Well, maybe that's good. All right, now a lot of people don't know this, but a young Sam Rubin rose to fame by playing Stan Chambers' sidekick BJ the Chimp in the 1969 Technicolor epic Stan Chambers Meets Spartacus. Do you remember that movie?
Oh, very much. It's one of my favorite movies, Frazier.
Yeah, great movie.
Along with the Black Six with Carl Eller and Gene Washington and Mercury Morris and Willie Lanier and some of the other great black football players of the 1970s.
Yeah, that was they're both great films. And I know all part of your warehouse down there, you can pick up DVD copies of those. Let's go down to Stan Chambers right now. He's talking to two more white guys. Stan, what's going on?
I'm down here, Frazier, on TTLA Channel 5, talking with two young, firm, good-looking, handsome white men. What can you tell us about anything?
We can't tell you about anything. We have followed our father's footsteps and become members of the Tournament of Roses. We don't know why. We don't know what we do, but we're here and we're proud to say that we are.
Well, that's...
Thank you very much. Did I mention to you that I have 80 years of broadcast experience? Now, let's send it back over to you, Frazier.
Well, you know what? I think we need to talk to Gail down there. Gail's got a couple of wacky people there. Gail, what's going on?
I'm down here talking with... Wait a minute. Put the camera back on me.
See, it's a black thing. All of a sudden, we're back over to Marta Walter or her clone. We're not sure.
We just checked this float for Sam Rubin, and we can absolutely positively say he's not inside this float. This float has no Sam Rubin in it, and we're happy to say that, in fact, Sam Rubin is not present.
Well, they are now checking all bags, every bag, and every float to find out if Sam Rubin is inside.
I am standing in front of
J-Lo, what's going on?
I am standing in front of this float right here. We have checked this float for Sam Rubin. The inspectors have come back. The UN inspectors have checked this float. No Sam Rubin.
And Muffhead, Mindy?
We're now looking underneath this grandstand for Sam Rubin. There is a chance that he could be there, but the waving idiots are not letting us in. They're throwing the parade inspectors out. This could cause a great international incident.
And speaking of parade inspectors, Stan's got a couple of them right now. Let's go up to Stan. Stan, what's going on with those?
We've been trying to get these inspectors to give us a clearer sense of exactly what they're looking for in a parade float, to find out what exactly kind of a weapon could be placed in there by Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad, or whether or not they could, in fact, conceal a very effeminate yet heterosexual entertainment news reporter named Sam Rubin.
We prefer bubbly.
So far, we have not gotten any solid information. The parade organizers claim, Frazier, that in fact there are no weapons of mass destruction in the floats. We argue on the counter side that a float by its very nature is a weapon of mass destruction and that it ruins the morale of the country simply by its presence.
Well,
back to you, Frazier.
There's some truth to that. And I think that, Uzi and Your Booty has a good point there. Any way you look at it, this parade's in trouble. Not real people, because it is...
Frazier!
Oh, there's Sam.
Talk about trouble. Oh, my God. There's
Sam,
something dripping, and I'm not sure what.
I don't want to know about it.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Let's not go there.
I'm feeling kind of queasy, and there's something oozing.
That could be a problem.
You know, oozing isn't good on January 1. You don't want to start your New Year's off with oozing.
That's never good.
I don't.
I don't either.
Something dripping, something oozing. This isn't right. Oh, my God. I've heard of starting your New Year's off with a bang, but this... Oh, God. Has the parade started yet?
Not yet, Sam. We're waiting for you.
The little horn herald blowers haven't stuck their lips on the long straight thing and blown yet, have they?
Well, I'm afraid you missed that.
Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, they were cleaning their spit valves earlier, and you missed it.
Somebody save me. I can't stand it. I have to get out before the Sooners show up.
Well, that is your favorite. I know you're waiting for Oklahoma. It's not the musical, though. It's the team.
I don't care at this point. Just somebody come and get me. I need a waxing, and I need a massage.
Okay, Sam, we're doing our best.
Get me to the makeup truck, please.
We got everybody looking for you.
You know, I used to think interviewing Quentin Tarantino was a drag, but after this, I'd do anything.
Okay, anything?
Apparently, I've already done it.
Sounds like you already have. All right.
I'll do my 5 minutes on KLOS 6 after Howard Stern. I don't care. I'll be a good boy.
All right, Sam. All right, well, once again, Sam's keeping up with our theme, wet dreams, wish lists, and happy endings. And we're coming back with more of the Rose Parade. Stay tuned for the Talleyrand Tostita Bowl right after the parade between DeVry Institute and the Debbie Dootson Truck Driving School. We'll be back. Peter Crabb, Frazier Smith, live from Pasadena after this.
Station.
Powered by SBC. Visit them at sbc.com.
All right, Frazier Smith along with Peter Crabb. We are live in Pasadena, Tournament of Roses Parade in the FM Talk Station and Channel 5 television. And Sam Rubin, the Channel 5 reporter, we cannot find him. He's trapped under the stands with the alleged sponsor of the parade. We'll try to get to him later. And right now we're starting the parade. I just saw my car. Was that my car or was that the pace car?
I think I've got sleep apnea, Frazier.
Well,
He keeps calling me his angel. You know, once you sleep with an angel, you'll never
sleep alone
Yeah,
again. Yeah, I
exactly.
know. Well, all right.
It's like having a penile enlargement without the surgery.
And that's crazy friction is what that is, buddy.
Crazy.
That's all I can tell you. Well, we'll try to find Sam. We're still looking for him. And there is the mounted police. These guys, you gotta love any time police get mounted, don't you?
I think so. I think these are the Ballbuster Bronx?
The Ballbuster Bronx.
Yeah, I think is what these are, and there they are. See, the balls are being busted.
Yeah, they are being busted.
Yeah, it's 7 miles of concrete riding on your horse, and your balls are gone.
Those aren't the hung 'em high.
No. These are the ball-busting Bronx, and these guys will basically be flattened out. Oh, speaking of flattened out,
there you go. That plane was a regular size
B-1
before.
bomber coming right down. There's $15 billion of our taxes. It's a good thing that I can't afford to go on vacation this year because my taxes go to pay for that big flat thing to fly over our parade.
Which you can't even really see. What's the point of it? You can't see it. It's
You
a
know,
stealth
Uzi
bomb.
and your booty here, Frazier.
Did you make those or you
Yes, we
lease
got
those out? What happened?
We rent these for a very special jihad.
Right.
Very special jihad from Jihads Are Us. We can have the B-1 bomber. It's a little more expensive, but it really has quite an effect.
Well, it does. So these are just part of your arsenal down there.
Part of the arsenal, and right now we're using them as Sam seekers.
These are flybys you're doing.
Yeah, we're doing flybys, but we're seeking Sam.
Oh, I see.
You see, we're trying to find him because he's hiding under
Did you
the
see that
steps.
movie, Suddenly Seeking Sam? No?
Yes,
That was
I am
part of
Sam, I think is what it was.
Right.
I am Sam, and we know he's Sam, but we need to find him so we can complete our jihad on Sam.
You can't really have a jihad without him. That's how we feel, or a rose parade for that matter. So we are looking for Sam Rubin. We're going to try to get him. Crazy Friction for Maximum Pleasure is our theme this year. And, I guess there's the Air Force Band. I guess that's what everybody's trying to do. The good maximum pleasure we would have is if we could find Sam Rubin and make him part of this Inspiral Tostita Rose Parade. Lube it or lose it, folks. That's our theme. And who was his first band?
Well, this is the Farting Fatheads.
The Farting Fatheads, a great band.
The Farting Fatheads from Fontana, I believe. And, whenever you think of Fontana, you always think of the Farting Fatheads.
Yeah, I do.
They eat large bowls of chili, bratwurst, and Polish sausage, and then march 7 miles. And
hate to be behind them.
No, you don't want to be behind them. And of course, they have the Fatheads, and they fart out of them.
You couldn't see anything, and the smell would be terrible. So that's,
The Farting Fatheads, ladies and gentlemen, our very first band of the cloned 2003 Rose Parade.
So these guys were actually in the parade last year as well.
They were.
Everybody was.
Yeah, exactly. This is just a repeat of last. They say on KTLA, we're going to be repeating the parade after the parade is completed. Well, they've been running it as solid programming for an entire year.
Exactly.
So they're just, cutting costs, replaying it, Oh, there's the, I think, that's the fellatio flautist, isn't it?
Could be.
I
could
think
be.
That is.
All this equipment, by the way, this heavy artillery comes from Fruity and Your Booty. And, it's downtown Baghdad 3 months from now, actually. You look at all
this is
stuff
the
that's gonna
Taco Bell float, I think. There's the bell, and it's saluting the American right to drive through.
Oh, well, yeah.
And there they have the waving order takers.
Those are the Fry guys.
She's Miss Chalupa, 1903.
And there's King Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle. Just go away.
I don't know.
All right.
Anyway.
There's the menu.
Yeah.
The flour tortillas. The entire float is covered with flour tortillas.
Things people in the Middle East really hate.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was our first float, Frazier, of this year's parade.
I thought there weren't going to be any floats this year.
Memorable thing to see a float.
I've never seen one actually in this parade.
This is an old white
Who's
bag.
that drunken biatch?
Yeah, she's the drunken biatch on fire truck is the name of this float. And there's the drunken biatch, and here comes the man in the white coat to take her away.
He's waving before he does. It's Trent Lott, ladies and gentlemen.
Trent
there
Lott
he
is in the house.
with his white coat on.
He's got the fire truck in case any of those crosses catch on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
He's apologizing, too.
He's apologizing to every single person on the parade route.
That's nice of him.
Trent!
There's Sam Rubin trying to...
Apologize to
I
me.
hear him. Sam, can you hear us? Can you hear me now? Sam, can you hear me now?
I hear the parade going by, Frazier. I'm somewhere in the general vicinity.
Okay.
I think it's a parade. It's either that or a very loud boombox.
I hear crazy friction coming from
Speaking
somewhere.
of boombox, here comes that man again.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it looks like I'm going to have to start polishing my shoes one more time. He really wants me to always polish my shoes. I don't know what that does.
Well, I don't...
Something's oozing and it has to be fixed. Find me.
I don't want to know. All right. Well, this is interesting. This is our first... here's a car. And here's a couple of crazy white guys. What are they doing?
Well, these boys that are carrying the flag, it's an all-victim parade.
You see this
These
kid?
are all people who've been molested.
Well, speaking
as
of
children.
victims, you see this kid in the bed there that's like a race car?
Ah.
That is a young Nick Nolte, and he's under the influence of GHP, the date rape drug. And here he is driving.
And the Smokey Bear's behind him that's going to pull him over.
Yeah, he's getting pulled over.
And here's the
by
paparazzi helicopter that's going to take pictures for the National Enquirer.
By the way, how hard up do you have to be to slip Nick Nolte a roofie?
Yeah, really.
I'm getting sleepy.
Maybe it's the same guy that's holding Sam under the stand.
Maybe.
Yeah, so there he is, Nick Nolte,
Out
knocked
cold.
out
Still
cold.
driving. It doesn't matter down Colorado Boulevard.
Right down, and this is all depicting his arrest on the Pacific Coast Highway as he sleeps. There's the Taco Bell dog representing the fact that he gets the munchies when he's high.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he was caught in his
sees
drawers.
crazy thing. Yeah. Someone's been in his drawers.
Somebody's been in his drawers. That's
Somebody's
the police
been
search.
in Sam's drawers, too. Isn't it?
So anyway, that was a very interesting symbolic float. We're watching Channel 5 in case
We are? Oh.
none of this makes sense.
Okay. Who are these freaks?
These are the
Acres of Nerds? The Acres of Nerds band? No.
Oh, no. These are the plume-headed dips.
Oh, the plume-headed dips. Now, you had a story about the plumes. Last year we were talking about how the abominable snowman, you had to get him from...
Yeah, you had to
the
get
rear
him
end
from,
of a...
You had to get him from the rear end of an abominable snowman, or Yeti, as they're called.
Yeah. So you can't just go to Fruity and Your Booties and get one.
No. You actually have to travel to the areas, track down the Yetis, hold them down, remove the plumes from...
Give them some GHP, I guess. You could knock them out first.
From the anus of the Yeti, and then stick them on your hat and walk them down Colorado Boulevard. So these, ladies and gentlemen, the plume-headed dips, they look stupid, they act stupid, they play stupid songs, but you should appreciate the fact that they had to pull a plume out of the ass of a Yeti in order to be here today.
And that's never easy.
No.
Is it?
No.
All right.
Just to find the ass of a Yeti.
Right there. You gotta
Somebody's finding mine, Frazier.
Well, that's Sam Rubin.
Maybe that's what's going on. I think an entire band is pulling a plume out of my ass.
Well, it's about time.
Oh, my God. How many feathers can a guy have in his ass?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh, my God. I'm starting to know what a down pillow feels like.
Yeah, baby. All right. Well, that's... Sam, we still can't find him. I can hear him, though.
I'm not a peacock, you monster.
Can you hear him now? Wow. Sam Rubin having some problems here today.
Anyway.
Getting it on with the crazy
dips.
friction.
The plume-headed dips, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you gotta love plume-headed dips,
and
don't you?
they're wearing capes this year. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, that's something new.
Nothing really.
Plumes and capes. You don't see that a lot.
And I understand that the capes were actually lost 2 days ago, and there was a panic in the band.
There's some stinky bud right there. Yeah, apparently that is true.
This is Your Mind on Crack, is the title of this float.
That kind of looks like My Mind on Crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are people waking up all over Los Angeles right now, turning on their sets, and after, partying too hard last night going, whoa.
Dude, fix the color.
I have this bad dream that there's bad television with flowers dressed as people.
Yeah, speaking of which.
And, they look like, inane white women, very large.
Well, that is a moving crack lab.
There it
and
is.
she's checking it to make sure everything's all right. And is this our first horse group? Is this the Wilson
we already
Phillips
had the
Galloping
Ballbuster-
Gluttons?
No, we had the Ballbuster Bronx.
Oh, that's
earlier.
right, the Ballbuster Bronx, yeah.
These are gonads to nonads.
That's another favorite.
Yeah, another favorite. The gonads to nonads riding group, and they start out. Oh, see, they're starting up standing.
Aren't those those are the Hammer Riders, aren't they? The Hammer Riders, because they can't sit down.
They have the gonads now, but then when they go into the sitting position, they turn into nonads.
Oh, I see.
So from gonads to nonads.
I thought those were the Hammer Riders because they can't sit down.
The hemorrhoid riders? No,
Yeah.
no. See, she's there. She is, standing, waving idiots on horses.
Jeez.
That was the second name of this group.
Well, there's a lot of waving idiots everywhere today, aren't there?
Yeah, 7 miles of standing on a horseback, and then of course on the 7 miles coming back, the horse stands on their back.
Yeah. Elephants and giraffes, well, last year one of these elephants, remember a nearsighted elephant tried to mount Star Jones.
Wow.
Unsuccessfully, but...
I remember that, Frazier.
I know you do, Sam.
I do.
I don't know where you are, but I know you remember. With the memory of an elephant, that kid.
By yet?
Not yet, Sam.
Oh my God! Somebody hurry! I feel like a drive-through under here.
Yeah. Okay, watch out. Watch the chalupa. I think apparently Sam's had a little too much chipotle sauce. All right, let's go down and talk to the crocodile hunter. He's down there.
Right, I'm down here with this big old feathery eagle thing that we pulled out of the rear end of Sam Rubin. Right.
Right.
We're going down here. We're going to look for him. We're going to send the eagle up in the air. He's going to soar around. He's going to look. He's they're made to look with very small rodents, Frazier.
Right.
So he's going to look for Sam's manhood.
Well, that's going to take some looking.
And of course, the unfortunate thing is when he finds it, he's going to dive with his talons out, grab it, rip it off, and bring it back to me.
Crikey.
So we'll find him, but he won't be quite the man he was once before.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like having the penile enlargement without the surgery.
Without the surgery. Yeah. Crikey. That's all I can say. All right, that's crazy friction for you, folks. And that's what happens with the Canadian Mounted Police, too. That's crazy friction. They'll mount a policeman in no time up there in Canada. Get a little back bacon going there. All right, so there weren't supposed to be any bands this year, but I guess that's already... And these are the flag-waving idiots? Is that who that is?
Yeah, this is the twirling idiots.
twits?
The twirling... Let's see.
Idiot twits?
The tit twirling twits.
Oh, boy.
From Tahunga.
Gotta love them.
These are the tit twirling twits from Tahunga.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, absolutely. You just gotta love the tit twirling twits.
I love them.
Those the twits, and show us your tits that you're twirling. This is the dumbass cowboy backwalker, which is the guy who leads the band.
You gotta love that. Yeah, they are dumbasses, aren't they?
And he walks backwards.
The flute, the piccolo playing...
Piccolo puckering...
Pinheads.
Pinheads, yes.
Yeah, they're out there.
Piccolo puckering pinheads. Or are those the fellatio flautists?
Could be both.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Now, there's the cowboy. You know why they curl those cowboy hats up on the side, don't you?
Why is that?
Fit 3 of those idiots in the front of a pickup truck.
Ah,
But
gotcha.
you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be
Folks.
here through Saturday.
All right, well, Sam, unfortunately, is not... We can't find him because that's one of his favorite groups. Cowboys with Piccolos.
Oh my God, Frazier!
I know.
Don't let them leave.
I know.
Trap them. Send them under the stands.
Well, it's too late for that, my friend.
Cowboys, the Marlboro Man. Oh, fantasy. Oh, God.
Those are a few of his favorite things.
Excuse me, would you please smile while you do that to me? Oh my God, who is this grunting man?
Well,
Frazier, thank God for Nextel. I wouldn't have any place in this parade whatsoever.
I know. Well, I'm just glad we can still hear you. Can you hear me now, Sam?
Who can hear anything with all this grunting going on? There must be 15 of them under here.
Oh, my God.
I can't tell with the nipple clamps and the blindfold, though.
Well, make sure you save the
There's
video.
something hot and dripping all over my backside. I think it's candle wax, but I can't be sure.
I don't want to know. All right. Well, that's part of the crazy... It's the maximum pleasure we've come to experience in this parade, don't you
Talk
think?
about friction.
Yeah. Now,
This is the no-purpose horse group.
We wouldn't have the fat girls on horseback already, would we?
No. This is the no-purpose horse group. They have absolutely no purpose whatsoever. They just show up with their horses and walk down the street. So there they go.
Great.
Look at that.
Good.
They're waving. People are cheering, a testament to exactly how low our threshold of entertainment is here.
Pretty low, I'd have to say.
Yeah, I mean, put socks on your horse and walk it down the street with some ribbons and call it a parade.
Well, you know, I'm still waiting for the Trent Lot Trotters. They're coming up.
They'll be coming up soon.
Very shortly. All right, the sky's the limit. This is the, well, the sky was the limit until they went out of business. You know, they went bankrupt. It's American Airlines float.
This depicts a biological weapon being dispersed by a crop duster. As you can see, the aerial spraying is coming through, and there's our military, and they're waving to everybody. We've got it all under control here, and
a fan standing up in front of our booth there.
And you know, they spray it on over all the flowers, and the military comes out and tries in some way, shape, or form.
Is that how they do that?
Yeah, to you know, stop it, but it's not going to happen.
Well, you've got to have even distribution on chemical weapons, I would say. Wouldn't you think? Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah. Well, that is great, and of course, over the limit is true because that pilot is over the legal limit in alcohol consumption. From what we can see there, kind of weaving his way sideways through the crowd here in Pasadena. And biological terror is, of course, the theme. Peter, let's go down to Shake Your Booty.
It's Uzi in Your Booty.
Uzi
This
in
is
Your
one
Booty,
of our
yeah.
very favorite floats, you know, the biological weapon float sponsored by Uzi in Your Booty's House of Jihad.
Yep.
We wanted to be a sponsor of the parade. We wanted to participate in the American dream even while we're killing it.
Well, here's some North Koreans right now, and I know you've been doing a lot of work with them.
They're very good customers, Frazier. They have, you know, thrown out the weapons inspectors, and they're the go-to weapons inspectors right there. They're being thrown out even as we speak.
The weapons inspectors, yeah, well, you've got to get them out of there. You've only got 23 days to come up with some kind of a weapon.
Hey, they're thinking right now, Frazier, they're thinking, I don't want to work, just want to bang on the drum all day and make nuclear weapons. And here they are.
Practicing for the upcoming war.
This is to protect their nuclear weapon arsenal from invasion from the George Bush war machine. They're going to fight off our heat-seeking missiles with sticks.
Well, that's always good.
Yes, it's always good. And of course, we will always have a smiling woman with a grass hat on to wave at the bombs as they are coming in.
Stick versus... Now, there's Anna Nicole and her personal assistant pulling those nuclear weapons.
There's Anna Nicole right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
There she is.
Great big. She's a horny thing, isn't she?
Very horny.
Very big. And there's her assistant.
Yeah, and they've got some nuclear weapons in the back.
You talk about a floater. She's as big as a bus, isn't she?
She sure is. Glad we have a big screen.
This has a soundtrack. I'm so unhappy. I wish I had more money.
Well, she's back in the
The
saddle
entire
again.
float goes down the entire the parade route, and it just plays this thing over and over and over again.
I'm so unhappy.
You know, she eats. The bovine on that float actually eat the float as it goes down the parade route.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and at the end of the parade route, the entire float has been eaten, and so it biodegrades itself. It consumes itself.
Well, yeah, the whole
very
thing's kind of
efficient.
degrading, isn't it?
It's very.
It
very-
really is. Now, are these the horny Herald Humpers? Who are these
Let's
guys?
see.
That's the East TJ Fence Jumper Band?
These are the Walking Clods. I
Oh,
think.
the Walking Clods.
We love the Walking Clods.
Gotta love them. And here comes our Rose Parade Queen. Let's go down to her. She's cloned herself into 5 different queens. Let's check in with her.
Hi! Hi, everyone! My name is Princess Oopie, and I like to do the whoopee.
Okay.
And my goal is to someday be intelligent. And as
Good
a
luck.
Rose Queen, it's my right.
Who the hell gave that girl anything?
Hi, my name's Janie, and I'm an idiot.
Hi, my name's Tracy, and I have a cell phone, but you can't see it.
Hi, my name's Amy, and I'm gonna be a lesbian.
Hi, my name's Beth, and I'm already a lesbian.
Hi, and my name is Dottie, and I don't know what I am.
Okay, that's our Rose Queens.
Another fine group of females.
They really are.
Yeah.
good aspirations there. Good goals.
Good aspirations.
And a couple of lesbians already among the court, and I like that.
One queen, the rest all clones. Staying with our theme, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, and they are getting ready to attack any minute now, I think, here.
I would think that this would be a good place to attack. Just take it right on the queens.
Sure.
You know,
why not?
just take the queens out.
That, I would start there, you know. And when you're talking biological terror, you might as well start with Sam?
Did somebody say queens?
Yeah.
I think the guy mumbled that I was made queen for a day.
I think that's
Seems
almost
like a month at this
almost
point.
every day, I was going to say, folks.
Oh, God.
By the way, Free Attica. There's the Conway and Steckler Drinking Society Tipsy Tappers marching band. They are tipsy, and they're tapping. See that there?
These are formerly known as the Tattooed Tutors.
The Tattooed Tutors.
Yeah, the Tattooed Tutors.
I always loved them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they toot their tattoos in the strangest places and in the strangest ways.
well, it was the group Crazy Town. And after their only hit, Butterfly, went nowhere, they decided they'd be more successful as a marching band.
Aha.
That's why they kept the tattoos.
And here these are the sphincter sweepers. The sphincters, the plumes on top of their heads.
Is that what they used to sweep a sphincter?
Yeah,
I wonder how
that's
you
exactly
did that.
right.
Yeah.
And by the end of the parade route, those will all be brown.
Uh-oh. Ugh. Well, remember last year we had the free prostate exams. That one marching band was willing to do that. And
Right.
Dr. Sword, of course, coordinated the whole thing.
Trombone.
Because he's
in
a
your
diplomat.
home. Yeah.
That's it. All right, well, we are live here, and we have our first float. First float this year. Pretty amazing, yeah. Isn't it our first one? He's having his way with that animal. And I guess that's part of the theme.
This is from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The wish being
That the parade was over already?
the parade was over, and that only the stupidest floats in the world make it in.
Okay. Well, speaking of which,
Now, see, this float has its own queen.
how does that
every
work?
float
Every
has a
float
queen.
has a queen?
Apparently,
Is that how
we've
that works?
divided into nations now. Each float is a nation. Each float has its own queen. And nobody's going to respect the rules of the Rose Parade anymore.
You know, I thought that had already happened. You know, it's just gotten crazy ever since they cloned everybody. There's two clones right there.
And of course, Frazier, something new this year, all the floats are covered with flowers.
Now, that is new. When did they start that?
You know? I'd like to know, really, seriously, honestly, digressing here, who was the first person that sat down and said, I got an idea. Let's build something and cover it completely with flowers.
You know, I don't know.
And we'll march it down a street in a parade. But
That
it
is a
has to
good
be
question.
only flowers.
That's a great question. You know, that is Rosie O'Donnell's dinner, by the way, that's coming down the parade route right now.
I think the fact
Bunch
that
of
this
ice
is like
cream
the
and-
104th version of the Rose Parade shows that crack was in heavy use over 100 years ago, because you'd have to be in a pretty major drug-induced state to sit around and go, dude, on New Year's, let's put a bunch of flowers over like some chicken wire and write it down Colorado Boulevard and see what happens.
Right on, dude. It will have like giant giraffes and animals,
And like elephants.
and
we can even like,
ice cream.
for legitimacy, we can get like, chicks. Chicks will ride on it and wave to people and stuff. But we can only use flowers. We can't use anything else. No paper or nothing.
Hold on, here's the gay caballeros. The gay caballeros coming down the street. And, or is that Burkers on horseback? I guess, bringing up the rear there.
Let's see.
These horse groups are hard to figure out. We haven't seen the hose on horseback yet.
Not yet. Stupid Steeds? I think these might
Stupid
be
Steeds. Could be the Stupid
could
Steeds.
be the Stupid Steeds.
Sure look stupid, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Sam? Is he doing all right down there? Speaking of stupid, is he out? Is he okay? He's under the stands there with a sponsor or something?
Frazier, I think I'm a new parade. I heard what you were saying about, putting flowers all over. I think that I'm being adorned with something.
Okay.
But I don't think it's flowers.
Well,
It might be described as seeds, though.
maybe.
Oh, my God, I'm going to be afloat.
I don't think we need to know.
I think they're going to push me out, and they're going to drive me down the street
Speaking of crystal
while they're
meth.
riding me.
Speaking of crystal meth, this entire float is made out of crystal meth. There was, that's what they're skating on. How about that? As we go into, that's what. Apparently, that was last year's parade. It just we keep going into a time flux.
Time warp there.
Yeah, that happens. So, skating on thin ice is the name of this one. Made entirely out of crystal methadone. And those are that's exact size. That bird is exact size.
What you're watching now, America, is the transportation of a highly illegal drug right down the streets of Pasadena.
Well, that's how they do it nowadays, because they check everybody's luggage. You can't do it clandestinely.
Right.
You pretty much have to drive it down Colorado Boulevard.
It's the fabric of America.
Sure is. Now, let's see. We got another band here. I didn't think there's only supposed to be one band. Is this the Jar Jar Binks band?
Let's
No.
see.
The Tohungo High School
This is the
Flaming
making it up
Condominium?
as they go along marchers.
Oh,
The making it up as you go along marchers. They don't have any music, as you can see, and they're playing whatever. And
remember last year we had the Nebraska band and they didn't know how to play their instruments yet?
and still don't.
Still don't.
Now they don't even know how to play football.
No, that's true.
They lost to Ole Miss.
I'm surprised they didn't have him in the game this year.
Do you know that it's a law in Nebraska that if you lose to Ole Miss in a bowl game, that you're shot?
Is that what happens?
Yeah. The Nebraska team has completely been shot. They called up, Uzi and your booty's House of Jihad, and the whole team was wiped out.
Just blew them away.
Just blew them away.
By the way, these guys blow, but just barely, because they, see what I mean? They don't even know how to play. They're just pretending to play their
Well,
instruments.
it's the making it up as they go along marchers.
Yeah. They blow.
Somewhere there's a gay television director right now going, they all have white coats. You can't have white coats on color television. They just don't pick up. They don't read well.
Well, how about the cranky walkers last year who had the white pants, and then they walked so far that they chafed away because it was a KY free parade and wound up with red pants, only they were really their legs.
Easy for you to say.
I don't know. Anyway, the crazy twirlers, who are these, twirling twits?
Sheer blue, transparent, see-through, flag-walking bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what they are. Uh-huh.
That's the winner of the Crabman Trophy.
Yeah.
Here's a girl mounting an insect. That's always fun.
Reminds me of my sex life, Frazier.
That's what we call crazy friction.
That's what my wife always says. Come on, honey, let's go mount the insect.
Yeah. Well.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I do, but
Will this man ever finish with me? I'm becoming weepy.
well, just
I'm not
remember.
effervescent anymore.
Just remember, it's a sponsor.
Ah.
Okay. Be nice. Okay. Well, we are coming back. We'll be back with more live from Pasadena. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. We are at the Rose Parade on the FM talk station, 97.1. All right, 97.1, Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. We are live in Pasadena, Tournament of Rose Parade, Channel 5. Peter, what is that group?
It's the Come On, I Want to Blow Ya Hawaiian band.
Ah,
We
love
had
them.
the big guys with the conchs out front blowing the conchs.
Oh, is that what that was?
yeah.
Okay.
And
Sam's favorite, by the way.
That's what this man behind me keeps saying.
Right.
Phrase. I think that maybe when this group walks by, he'll leave because that's all he's been saying the whole time is, come on, I want to blow you.
Well, speaking of leaving, it's the cast of Survivor Hawaiian Gardens are getting ready to leave in that dugout canoe.
I think he's the celebrity mole from Hawaii.
Speaking of celebrity moles,
Yes.
cover yourself.
Who knows what he
That's
wants,
right.
but he keeps going. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Okay.
Doing
well,
it like one. Oh, my God.
that's crazy friction for
All
you.
I know is I'm handcuffed to wrought iron. I've got nipple clamps, and there's something oozing. So find me, save me, please.
It's all part of our theme, Sam. That is Sam Rubin. We haven't been able to find him all parade.
Yeah,
we don't
it's
know he's
sad.
down there. It is sad. And
theme
so
of our
is this
parade
next
this year,
entry.
something's oozing.
You know, that is a good theme, actually. And this year, of course, everything is cloned from last year, so we have no idea where we are in the parade at this point, do we?
We have no idea.
Now,
Well, these are the street walking scatterbrains, I believe.
good, good.
Always good to have the street walking scatterbrains. They walk down the street and do nothing of particular interest and basically bore the crowd to death with silly hats.
You know, by the way, if there's any agents listening, most of the bands in today's parade are unsigned. So you might want to look into them at some point. This isn't the George Lopez fan club band, is it?
It certainly looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these people. What is this? Grass skirt? Was Hawaii? Is this more Hawaii band?
I think so. It's just one big long band.
Apparently.
That's what the parade is this year, just one band.
The wardrobe mistress was colorblind in
Band
that
of one.
Yes.
Now, let's go to our sponsor. And this guy's been with us, the Uzi and Your Booty guy has been with us all morning.
Hello.
How are you? What's going on? Happy Ramadan.
Oh, I'm telling you, the KLOS
Happy
broadcast is making very good operators standing by. We're taking lots of calls here at Jihad Aras. You know, it's interesting, Fraser. Every time a band comes on, the calls go crazy. There are lots of people that want a band Jihad.
Yeah,
They want the bands just blown up. Blow up the bands, they say to me, and I say, I am Uzi in your booty. I will blow them up any way you want, because Fraser, it's a happy time. We will kill them left, we will kill them right, we will kill them up, we will kill them down. We'll kill them any way you want to.
Well, while you're at it, could you take out a couple of floats too?
Oh, I didn't take out the floats. We take out anything you want.
All right.
You know, we're going to take over the country.
How about this guy?
He's a very handsome man, that guy. But if you want him dead, we kill him.
Okay.
Jihad Aras.
There you go.
We'll kill him. We'll make it seem like a religious, moral righteousness.
Yeah.
Kill him, and what can you do?
What can you do?
You can't do anything.
Can't do
That's
anything.
why it's so good here at Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad.
There you go. And
Yes.
you're crazy, by the way.
Oh,
Let me
we have
remind you.
financing available through secret channels and bank accounts. We can do special coded messages, and we can prop you up in front of a rock and take your picture, and it will be released on Al Jazeera network, and it would be lots of fun.
Okay. All right, well,
Okay?
there you go. That's
Back to you,
Uzi
see.
and Your Booty.
There, that's the world, you see. We blow up the world.
Yeah,
Blow
there's,
it up, go away.
that's your target.
Yeah,
Rich environment right
this
there.
road is depicting the wagon of death. Is what that is. We can, if your child is in school and is having trouble with his teacher, we can have a children jihad, and we will take the teacher. We put the bomb in the wagon, and we will send it to his house and blow him up, and no more teacher.
How convenient.
Yeah, well, and it's very good.
That's
very
crazy.
Good. It's a very special thing.
Well, that is the wagon of death, folks.
We take out the entire student population. Anybody who bothers you, we kill them. We kill
Well,
them. It's the American way.
It is the American
It's
way.
the American way. You bother me, I kill you. It's the American way, Fraser.
gotta love that.
And you go make money at it. It's great. This parade is bothering me, and I kill it. I kill it all, and it's my right. It's
Well,
the law.
It is your right. That's,
Yes, and you
you're right.
better not persecute me for it, because it is my right to kill everyone, and you better not repress me.
Well, I wasn't planning on. Someone's doing that to Sam though, right now.
Yes.
Your buddy Sam Rubin is being repressed.
I've got a jihad I want to start. Jihad this guy off of my ass. That's what
Okay.
I want.
Hold on, we got honkies on horseback up here. That's Mark Madsen is driving. And by the way, nothing says love like a lion in a heart. Does it?
No,
No.
nothing says love like that.
That lion's got a
Here
heart
are
on.
the UN inspector floats.
Yeah.
There's the
He's got the
lion.
world in his hands. By the way, I'm a Detroit Lion fan. That's the only time you see a lion actually catching anything and holding on to it for very long. But they're inspecting that float for what? What's he looking at for?
Well, they're looking for special Uzi in Your Booty House of Jihad bombs that might be in there.
Uh-huh.
They're also trying to inspect to see if they can find the missing Sam Rubin. These are all the flags of the nations where UN inspectors have been kicked out. So this pretty much symbolizes all the unrest in the world.
Well, and there's plenty of it, isn't
Plenty
it?
of unrest, particularly for Sam wherever he is.
Now, who are these? The Elvis Schmedekamp Marching Bank Tellers? Is that who's up next here? And
Goose-stepping jackasses, I think.
oh, good.
The goose-stepping jackasses. You gotta love them. They were inspired by, of course, the Third Reich and their goose-stepping. There they go.
There they go. A little goose stepping for you right there.
Oh my God, Frazier! Look, it's a chorus line.
You got. Oh, don't relax,
I can
Sam.
see it through the crack underneath the stands and the butts of the people. I saw that little shuffle off the Buffalo thing. Oh, it was so cute.
You managed to get crack and butt in the same sentence. Oh, how about that? Well,
Oh, I just love it. Like there's just nothing like a nice bunch of boys in white slacks toe-tapping their way, whether it's on the sidewalks, the streets of New York, or here on Colorado Boulevard. It's just one great choreographed explosion of effervescence, and I love it.
Speaking of effervescent explosions, are you going to go see the Rose Bowl game in Oklahoma and Washington?
If Bubba will stop spanking me and calling me sweet baby, I might be able to get out of here and catch the game.
I thought you wouldn't miss Oklahoma for the world.
I wouldn't miss Oklahoma for the world. Ducks and chicks and geese gonna scurry when I take you out in Missouri.
Not that Oklahoma. All right. Well, there's the wacko marching idiots, and who's this? This is a float. Well, these are all the kids that Michael Jackson dangled out the window, I think, on this float.
There he is.
All dangled. There he is, Michael.
Michael,
holding onto a baby. He's holding a baby right there.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Nobody can repress me. I can drop a baby. It's my right. Is the referee throwing him out of life?
Yeah.
He's been ejected from life.
He's been ejected for life. For life.
Yeah. And
he's got another baby in his hands right there.
Yeah.
Getting ready to...
These are all the fans waving from the balcony. These are the flowers that he will present to some dying child to make him look like a good guy in front of the press.
He always does that, doesn't he? Yeah.
But the referee's ultimately going to bench him for life.
Well, it's about time somebody did that.
Yeah.
He needs to be benched.
It's great that we provide this service of telling people what these floats really symbolize.
Sure,
because otherwise they might think, oh, it's children and imagination. Oh, it's children and their dreams. But no, they have a much
it's never what they seem.
Deeper social significance. These floats all symbolize something.
There's a guy shaking his head saying,
right.
I can't believe Michael throwing that kid out the window.
This symbolizes the refusal of children to go into dark rooms with abusive priests.
Because look what happened to Sam.
No, I'm not going to confess to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call child services. Well, you know, it's just part of the theme there. This kid just can't believe it. He's shaking. He's looking for Sam Rubin. And I know he's down there.
I don't want to be dangled over the balcony. I don't want to be dropped into the crowd. I don't want to go into that dark confessional. You know, none of these things.
No. And, all right, we have, is this the Winona Riders? Is that who this is, the Winona Riders?
These are...
They stole their horses, by the way, and the saddles. Or is that who that is?
I think that these are the clones on caballos.
The clones on caballos.
Yeah, there they are, because they look exactly like the people that were here last year.
Yeah, they do. That is right.
Clones on caballos.
Well, here they are. Another...
Caballos, Frazier, being the Spanish word for horse.
Oh, I see. By the way, if you want to see these horses in Spanish, push your SAP button. And
they turn into donkeys.
Yeah. The Honky Donkeys, by the way, another one of our favorite equestrian groups coming up shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for them. But I guess we'll have to.
Here, these are the...
that's not the Fringe Boob Riders, huh?
No, they're coming up
coming later? Okay.
Yeah.
We love the Fringe Boob Riders, probably our favorite, and then the fat girls, fat chicks on horseback, our all-time favorite.
And we have some new horse groups this year, too, Fraze. We want to get to them too soon here to ruin the surprise.
Yeah, we don't want to wreck the... Yeah. But who do we got?
I'm one of the riders, Fraze.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm one of the mounts.
Okay.
Is anybody searching for me yet?
Yeah, we're out there looking. We got everybody looking.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. You know, they got to stop giving mushrooms to these float builders. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, ladies and
rotating snails.
Rotating snails.
Dancing badgers.
When was the last time you saw a rotating snail?
It's been a while. Last night, at least.
Mm-hmm. Waving white people with mittens.
Jeez. Gotta love that.
Something you don't see in a parade very often.
Almost never. Except this parade. A lot of waving white people.
Why don't they put the homeless on parade floats? You know, give them a place to sleep for 7 miles, and they'll wave at you. They'll talk to anybody.
Well, sure, that's true.
Know.
That's true. You can hold up the
You just put 'em
cardboard
on there,
signs.
just like, yeah, big sign.
We'll wave for money.
We'll wave. We'll ride float for money.
I like it. Always thinking, folks. Now here's our grant. Now there's. Let's talk to. It's our grand marshals. There's 3 of them actually. They had to carpool, otherwise they couldn't get out here. It's there's Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. Our grand marshals down there.
Manny Mo and Jack.
Yeah, Manny Mo and Jack. There they are.
Larry and Curly.
Yep, there they are. Let's talk to Fred.
I was sitting
Mr.
down
Rogers.
here with my Jello pudding, and I'm holding on to my Jello pudding.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, I'm much richer than either of these 2 white guys. This is what we call a reverse Oreo here. We got the white on the outside and the dark on the inside.
There's
He's
our
my neighbor.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to look for my Jello pudding.
I'll bet.
I got a new guy to play Mr. McFeely if I need him.
I guess you do.
Yeah. I don't know who the other old guy is on the outside, but
He's not sure either.
he certainly is a very friendly fellow, although he insists on riding in this car without his pants on.
Well,
I don't know what that means.
that's part of the
But
thrill of the tournament.
I'm trying to think of something to do while I'm waiting.
Talk about
Let's
Mr. McFeely.
think of something to do while we're waving, Hello, neighbors.
All right. Here's the Homeboy Band. Homeboy Marchers. You gotta love these guys.
These are the instrument-carrying morons phrase. The instrument-carrying morons are a fine line of musicians dating back to the 1700s. Their fathers, grandfathers, great-great-great-grandfathers, and on were all instrument-carrying morons, even before musical instruments were made.
Oh, is that right?
You know, brings up the question exactly what instrument were they
What came
carrying?
first, the moron or the instrument?
Exactly. And so I think that these were the people who originated walking with instruments, because their parents would hear them practicing and say, don't practice here. Why don't
Take a
you
hike."
Take a hike.
Yeah.
And so they would march through the woods. They would meet other instrument-playing individuals whose parents also said, take a hike. They all started walking together, and before you knew it, they had invented the parade.
You had morons carrying instruments.
Morons carrying instruments.
Yeah.
The parade was invented. People would applaud because they all thought they were leaving town.
Yeah.
You know,
Anything to
"They're
get rid of them.
leaving! They're going! And they
Yay.
mistook it, and they said, hey, look, next year let's do this again. And each year, the people thought they were leaving.
So they got lots of applause.
Even
Yeah.
now, the only reason why 1 million people show up on the parade route is because they think that these people are actually leaving and not coming back.
To wish them good riddance.
Right, which
Yeah.
only happened once, which I think was like 4 years ago, when they all ended up in the at the Rose Bowl game and were killed in a
yeah.
cult.
Part
So
of a religious ceremony.
the
yeah.
religious cult killed them all so they could go meet the mothership in outer space.
Yeah, and you
Common
know,
knowledge.
my favorite parade, I think, to date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody died in it.
Thank God.
But there's hope in this one.
I guess.
With Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad.
Yeah, he'll hopefully do something at the end here to make some kind of catastrophe, and
The theme for the parade is kill them all and smile.
which is a good theme, don't you think?
Kill them all for
I
profit.
think that's a perfect attitude
Yeah.
for this year's parade. Now, this is another one of those airlines that was shut down, went into bankruptcy,
Mm-hmm.
so they had to, only place they can land is the parade.
The Chapter 11 float.
Rodents flying aircraft, and that's part of the jihad. Uzi and Your Booty really planned this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He trained these rodents to fly the planes, and they're again spraying chemical weapons everywhere.
Yeah, the rodents are trained to fly the planes because most flight instructors will not report a rodent in flight training.
Yeah.
They're trained now to look for Middle Easterners, that sort of things. But if
But
you
a rodent slips under the radar every time.
you got a mouse sitting in there learning how to fly a biplane, and you really don't report that to authorities. And so Uzi and Your Booty can then hire this rodent to take a biplane, spread chemical weapons.
Well, as of yet, we haven't seen any rodentia.
The only problem is, Frazier, is that these rodents have a mind of their own, and they tend to fly these aircrafts into Green Bay Packer fans because they all wear the cheese heads.
Well, remember last year we had
and they want the cheese, and so they
we had the cheese head twirlers. Remember last year?
Cheesehead twirlers. So now what the government is developing is an entire flock of cheesehead-wearing Scud missiles. So when these rodent terrorists come in with their airplanes, they shoot up the missiles with the cheese. The rodents fly into the cheeseheads, and we're rid of the terrorist rodents and Packer fans, which is a good thing for America.
That's one way to cut the cheese.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for America. The only problem
it's
is
rodent profiling.
if it's Swiss cheese, they can actually fly through it. And so that's a bit of a problem, but the Defense Department's working on that.
They got a few holes to fill still. All right, here's Sam's favorite band, the Oklahoma Marching Band.
I can see them through the cracks.
Well, yeah.
I can see them. They're little red panties, and they're playing my song.
Yes, they are.
Oklahoma, where the wind. You know, speaking of wind, I'm starting to feel a lot from the back of me.
You're starting to sound like one of the Golden Girls. All right, well, that's the Oklahoma
I'll
Band.
be Harvey Firestein by the time this parade's over.
I'm afraid so. How do you like them? They're your favorites, I know.
They are. They're the Sooners.
Well,
What's a Sooner? I don't know, but I think maybe I'm learning today. But a Sooner, the Sooner Band is playing, and I just wish I knew what a Sooner was. Do you have any idea?
No.
Maybe we could take some callers later.
I hope so. Well, you know...
I mean, why didn't they just call them the Raging Rattleheads?
They may after this parade.
You know. Oh, here come the Raging Rattleheads.
I think they'd sooner be here than Oklahoma. I think
it would instill fear in the other team if you were called the Raging Rattleheads. But the Sooners, you know, that's somebody that like arrives at a party early.
Well, true. That's true.
You know, here come the Sooners. Hi, we're here to play football. You know, here come the Raging Rattleheads. Somebody's gonna die. You
Some
know?
heads are going to rattle.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think they'd sooner be in Los Angeles, sunny L.A. than Oklahoma. Don't you think? They're just glad to be out of their state.
The Sooners? The Sooners?
Oh,
Please.
Now that we saw an example of hand dance. You've heard of lap dancing, of course. We had a hand dance going on there.
They're all Nazis. Look at them. They're, you know,
those are expensive.
See Kyle. Look at this Aryan babe with her little tummy shirt on. Oh my God!
Yeah.
They're all giving babies to the Fuhrer.
There you
Look
go.
at this Kyle. Look at us. We're the bouncing boobies.
Yep.
The bouncing boobies walking down the street. Of course, they're from Oklahoma. They've never been in a Rose Parade before. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
They don't even know where they are.
They say, you know, look, y'all, walk down the street and wave. You know, like that's all you need to do to be in the Rose Parade.
Pom-pom shaking idiots.
There's aptitude involved here, Frazier.
There is?
Yes,
Okay,
you have to learn. You have to go to parade school.
Hold on a second. Speaking of which, here's the Al-Qaeda suicide equestrians.
Oh, my God.
There's burkas on horseback.
Oh, my God.
Here's some Al-Qaeda members.
These are the Sissy Studs.
Oh, the Sissy Studs. Other favorites
Yes.
of ours here.
The Sissy Studs wear very flamboyant costumes and flare their nostrils.
So do their horses.
And so do their horses.
Oh, those are the... Oh.
And
okay.
their special talent is that they flare their nostrils at other parade entrants.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, and they get very, you know, hissy. They're the hissy Sissy Studs.
Well, the Sissy Studs, I can see
We
her.
don't think your horses are very good. We don't think your parade. We don't think your float is very pretty. Your costumes are just atrocious.
They're the hissy Sissy Studs.
They're the hissy Sissy Studs. Yeah. And they as they walk down the street, they insult the fans. Your mittens don't match. You know, that hat on your head is ugly. It makes you look fat. You know, so.
Well, you know, and they're not far from wrong. All right. Now, here's I'd like to see Jared from Subway try to eat that sucker. And he may after the parade.
He may.
Yeah. Or Sam might even help him out. That's a big sub. That's got a lot of fat grams. Actually, only 6.
Frazier, you see this big oblong object coming right at you?
Yeah.
That's my morning. That's what's been going on.
Uh-oh.
You just imagine that thing coming straight at you.
Well,
handcuffed to a piece of wrought iron with nipple clamps and a hot wax.
There's a visual.
And you're seeing my New Year.
You know,
Oh, my God. I am Sam.
That is scary to think about, buddy.
Could you with a sub? I could not with a sub.
Sam, you am. All right, well, Only 6 fat grams, though. Think of it that way, Sam.
Would you hubba with a bubba? I would not, could not with a bubba.
Yeah, but we know many who did.
Put down the periscope, sailor. This ship is docked.
Okay. Well, Sam having his own little jihad there.
Somebody
under
put
the
radar
under the
out,
stands.
Frazier. I need
That's
to be
crazy
found.
friction right there. Uh-oh. Look over your shoulder here, Crabman. We have another parade going on.
It's dueling parade.
There's 2 parades. The parade has truly been cloned, folks. We now have a second Rose Parade.
And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, live from Malaysia. It's the Brass-Horned Loonies.
The Brass-Horned Loonies, and we are now in North Korea, broadcasting live from the Tournament of Roses Parade. I don't know how this happened, but apparently it had something to do with Jihad and Your Booty, our sponsor. Now has 2 parades going on at one time. How'd that happen?
Well, and part of the Brass-Horned Loonies are the tuba-touting twats.
The tuba-touting twats are huge.
Yeah, the tuba-tooting twats, I'm sorry.
Oh.
The tuba-tooting twats. Not to be mistaken with the tit-twirling twits.
Can't do that.
The tuba-tooting twats are from Temecula, and the tit-twirling twits are from Tahunga.
Uh-huh.
And the North Korean band here that we're seeing has nuclear weapons systems in their plumes.
Ah.
Yeah.
And isn't chemical weapons expelled through those trombones?
Yeah. And we have nuclear radiating from, plutonium radiating from the plumes.
That's why they're red.
You've heard of the plume cloud?
Yeah.
Well, this is the plume hat.
Nice.
These are small head-sized nuclear devices. The plumes will actually open at the end of the parade route, and small missiles, small projectiles will shoot out of them and that are heat-seeking and will wind up on the backside of Sam Rubin.
Is that? Wow.
Yes.
That's painful.
Heat-seeking projectiles on my backside.
We better call Dr.
Welcome
Sword.
to my life.
Now, who are these little hoes? Are these the flag-twirling
Let's
hoes?
see. These are the dancing dingbats.
The dancing dingbats.
Yeah, the dancing dingbats.
Gotta love them.
From Duarte.
Yep.
The dancing dingbats have decades of experience. What they do is they hit themselves with bats on their heads until their IQ drops to about 5, and then they go into a dancing, a whirling dervish.
Well, that shouldn't take long.
Yes. You know how they kill baby seals up in Iceland and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, this is what they do to their children in Duarte.
Oh.
Beat them with bats and then teach them to dance, and they become the dancing dingbats.
Is that how
It's
it
a little
works?
abusive, but it's a cultural thing, and so they can't repress them and stop
No, it's got a purpose.
No, it's encouraged,
Now,
actually.
here's a couple of North Korean guys who are guarding a chemical facility or a nuclear lab right now.
Yeah, this is one of Saddam's palaces that has not been checked by UN nuke explorers, and
those are inspectors on the outside.
Yeah.
They won't let them in.
They won't let them in. They say, "We want to come in and check for nukes." And then these 2 guardians at the front are going, "Nothing here, just pachinko. Only pachinko palace."
Yeah, that's all it is.
This is Hustler Casino. 24-hour open Hustler Casino, blackjack, lap dancing. No nukes in here, but
Oh, sorry, you lose.
sorry you lose. These guys are guards. They are not nuclear nuclear scientists.
It's a pachinko palace,
Yeah.
doubling as a nuke lab.
Yeah.
You gotta love
See the
that.
little nuke design there on the
Yep,
side? The little
yep.
watch out for radiation?
Yep.
This guy's very upset because, he's 20 days away from having his own parade.
Yeah, that's going to happen soon, I'm
you know.
sure.
And which is one of the terrible things, is one of the reasons we have to invade Iraq is because they're 20 days away from having their own parade. And we can't have another one.
Hold on. There's a clone of Bo Derek. You know, Bo knows Botox. That's what they're saying now.
These are-
Because that's not actually her. That's completely, it's a human made entirely out of collagen.
These are the sphincter-splitting studs.
Led by Bo Derek.
Yeah, led by Bo Derek.
Or
and,
allegedly.
See there, during that, see that horse? What's going on underneath that skirt is some sphincter splitting.
I'll say. That's some crazy friction.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have to put
That's maximum pleasure.
that long draped dress over it because it's really not family entertainment to see a
Yeah,
sphincter
don't give
being
that guy
split.
any ideas with Sam either. I mean, He might get hooked up.
You're talking about my entire new year. It's been nothing but sphincter splitting and hemorrhoid cream.
I was afraid of that.
Dear God. I know what it's like to be Stephanie Edwards now.
I'll bet.
Oh,
That is
dear.
painful.
Holy mackerel, Frazier. Send somebody quick.
Okay, we'll send that lion over there. Quit dragging my heart. There's Gandalf. Gandalf looks like he just smoked a bowl. He's chasing the dragon. Talk about chasing the dragon. There he goes.
There's Professor Dumbledore from Harry Potter. This is the money float. If you combine Harry Potter and the second episode of Lord of the Rings, you have this float. And what this depicts is that how much money these two films make in the first 5 minutes of every day.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And especially when you combine them.
And they're fighting each other, and Professor Dumbledore is trying to cast a spell on the Two Towers movie and trying to regain #1 at the box office.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, so it's basically Warner Brothers against New
Hold on,
Line.
here's some pussy. A whole lot of it, actually. Wow. That's
Two pussies on
pussy
Colorado
on parade,
Boulevard.
you know?
Something you could probably see any day of the week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sam, what's your thought on that?
Oh, my God. All I can say is that I hope he likes girls because, maybe I could get a little rest here.
Let's hope so.
You do one trip to Howard's House of Bondage and look where it gets you.
That's
Chained underneath a grandstand in Pasadena.
That's, I guess, a goal. That's a goal for you. Now, who do we have here? Are these not the fat? These are the side saddle sombreros? No.
I think this is the my big fat Greek ass on a horse riders.
There you go. My big fat Greek riders.
My big fat Greek ass on a horse rider.
Love that.
Yeah. There they are. Look at all those big fat Greek asses.
Sure is good. The dykes on donkeys we haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen the dykes on donkeys yet, but they're on their way.
They're on their way.
So that was my big fat Greek ass on a horse rider. Yeah.
Gotta love
This
that.
guy's looking for Sam Rubin.
He's still,
This is our posse. Sam, so take heart. We have an animatronic floral colored child searching for you. And
followed by a bunch of seamen.
Yeah.
And there they are.
So
I guess let's not even go there.
No,
Okay.
we won't go there. This is a family parade.
Yeah.
Or at least it was when we
It was,
started.
yeah, until a minute ago. Well, Sam should be found at, I don't know, in the next couple months anyway. He's somewhere down under the grandstand with a sponsor. Though that's what's important. He's working for the station.
Here come the queer fish blowers.
Queer fish blowers, gotta love them.
There they go. Look at that. They're also part of the Fellatio Flautist band and the Proud Piccolo Puckerers.
The Proud Piccolo, and they've got the black plumes. Does that signify anything? No.
I think it does, Frazier.
Okay, I don't want to know. Once again.
Let me tell you about the black plume that I've been experiencing this morning.
I'll bet.
Talk about a queer fish blower.
There you go.
Oh, my God. Here comes. He's bringing in a coffee table. I don't know what that means.
It's not an end table, is it?
I'm sorry, mister. I just don't bend in that way.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I think there's going to be some soreness and some chafing involved here.
He's got an uncle in the furniture business, folks.
Oh.
All right, that's Sam Rubin. We're still trying to find him. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, we are live at the Rose Parade here on the FM talk station, 97.1.
From the Touch County's FM talk station.
All right, we are live. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb at the Rose Parade in Pasadena on 97.1, the FM talk station, Channel 5, and there's the biggest pokey I've ever seen.
Are you snoring yourself to death, Frazier?
I am.
Are you watching the parade then?
It's Slave Baptia. And, yeah, that's one sure sign you're watching the parade.
80% of all heart attack victims watch the Rose Parade. 90% of all premature ejaculators watch the Rose Parade. 85% of all hair loss patients watch the Rose Parade.
That's crazy friction. And, it's all done without surgery. Anyway, look at this. We're talking about chasing the dragon. This guy is also doing that. We just saw the biggest Gumby got an implant, and we didn't get to see that.
Well, once again, the theme of the parade is Attack of the Clones. We've already seen one dragon. Now
there's two
more.
Yeah.
We've already seen one wizard. Here's another one. So just going to show us that
we're going on 2 different channels right now.
2 different channels right now.
2
There's
parades.
No imaginations, no dreaming. It's all cloned. It's all repetitive. It's all derivative of past parades. There's nothing new under the sun. So if you slept in this far, you haven't missed anything. If you've never seen the parade before, you haven't missed anything. It's all the same. And here you go. Here's another band. These are the Nerds in Uniform band. And there's some nerd chicks.
Yeah.
Coming down the street, marching down the street, playing their instruments, yada, yada, yada. And
same old stuff, isn't it? And there's the crowd. They're looking for Sam Rubin. He's trapped under the stands down there somewhere.
That seems to be the big story. The 2 big stories that we're following, ladies and gentlemen, is that Sam Rubin is missing.
And
He's been taken hostage. He's stuck underneath the stand somewhere. We're hearing bits and pieces from the Nextel phone from him. The other thing is that the parade has been cloned.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, too, has been cloned. So he's getting it on from both ends.
Unfortunately. And WSU, of course, stands for Where's Sam, Uzi?
Yeah.
Uzi,
well, should we ask Uzi in your booty? It's our sponsor. Uzi, where is Sam?
Hello, Frazier.
Hi, buddy.
Yes, of course. WSU. Where's Sam? Uzi. I am Uzi in your booty, owner of Uzi in your booty's House of Jihad. You come to House of Jihad. We will provide for you any kind of jihad you want. Washington State University, Frazier, has come to me. We are having a jihad against Oklahoma. Later on today, our jihad will take place in Arroyo. In the Arroyo Seco out in Pasadena.
Right.
We are going to blow the crap out of Oklahoma. We are going to wipe them out. We are going to do a new kind of jihad. It's going to be a football jihad. They wanted to do a fair play where they just played the football game and wiped them out. I said, no. Uzi's in your booty's House of Jihad will provide a very interesting jihad for you where we will wipe out all Sooners from the face of the earth. It is going to be a wonderful thing for us. Back to you, Fraser.
All right, well, thank you. That's Uzi in your booty. He's our sponsor here today. And he's planning a giant jihad later on today at the Rose Bowl, where he's going to kill everyone. So I guess we're in for a treat. All right, once again, more of Rosie O'Donnell's dinner going by there. That guy's pretty sad. He's like, I miss Sam. Everyone seems to miss Sam except for everyone here at the parade.
Well, later on, Oprah Winfrey and Rosie O'Donnell are going to have their own eating jihad. They're going to
eat all the floats.
They're going to eat the floats. This is the way that they biodegrade all the floats. They don't like to just sort of take them to a landfill. So they park them in front of Rosie O'Donnell and Oprah, and they have an eating contest.
Yeah.
And of course, all the proceeds going to themselves.
You thought the beef bowl was ugly.
Yeah.
This is getting wild. Well, all right. So we got a lot of stuff going on, although it's all the same stuff. It's the same as last year. There's the fans once again applauding the fact that Sam is no longer with us.
So it's hard to determine whether they're applauding that or whether they're just sort of saying this float is leaving.
Yeah, thank
We're
God.
not going to have to see this float again.
Until next year.
Till next year,
then you'll see it.
So this is an animated flower-covered mechanism, which you see every single year.
Yeah.
Once again, we asked the question, who was the first person who came up with the idea of covering a mechanism with flowers?
If you know, give us a call.
Because
that number from the Valley, 1-800.
Person had to be
520-9797.
Seriously on drugs.
That's for sure. Well, now this next band, speaking of...
These are not the instrument-carrying cretins, right?
I don't think so. It's not the East Long Beach Ballers.
And we've had the puckering piccolo pinheads.
Yeah, they were on earlier. Let's see. Who else have we got?
Are these cymbal-smashing idiots?
They could be. Could
they
be.
kind of look like that.
Well, you know what this is? This is the fired KLOS disc jockey musical platoon. All the former DJs that used to work at KLOS.
I think
a whole lot of them there.
Could be the black-legged morons.
Well, it might be. You sure they're wearing pants? It might just be.
Yeah, the black plume.
The black plume nitwits?
Either that or the black plumed sphincter sweepers. I think that.
How about the United Nations marching weapon inspectors? It's not those guys, are they? There's the flag twirling knuckleheads.
Nimrods.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the flag twirling
twirling nimrods, not to be mistaken with the tit-twirling twits.
Yeah, you
or the
can't,
tuba-tooting twats.
can't mistake them. The tuba-twirling twats are
The tuba-tooting
my
twats
favorites.
were favorites, and along with the flatulent fife and drum.
Yeah, glad I wasn't behind them in the parade route.
Yeah. It's always good to have, like, the flatulent flag wavers behind the flatulent fife and drum because they kind of clear the air.
Kind of clears the air.
You know, I think that's a city ordinance in Pasadena.
Well, if it isn't, it should be.
You have to have the flag wavers behind the flatulent fife and drum.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
All right, this one won the Crabman Trophy.
The Governor's Trophy, which basically means don't manage the economy, let it slide into
put it all into a
deficit.
float.
Yeah, this was all deficit funded. This float, and they raised taxes to fund the float.
There's the Hispanic Beretta. He's got the bird on his shoulder, and his new TV series Chipotle. Big hit.
This symbolizes all the illegal aliens who have flooded across the border, who are fighting for the right to vote, even though they're not citizens, and who will elect a Hispanic governor.
There's a Taco Bell.
Who will be known as El Guapo.
El Guapo.
Yeah.
You gotta love.
And yeah.
They're throwing gorditas into the crowd.
I'll give you a taco. Vote for El Guapo. Is the
that's their motto.
Is the theme.
Yeah.
Of the governor's race. You know.
And there is Beretta. He's got a backstory. He actually killed his wife and had to go back to the restaurant and get the chalupa.
Now you can actually drive through that arch. And order. You can drive through.
Oh, it's a drive-through float.
Order, and
Great.
then by the end of the parade, there'll be a white bag with your
float in it,
with your combination plate.
Yeah.
You know, and once again, Oprah and Rosie sort of view the entire float as a combination
Now,
plate.
Crabman, these guys, and this woman here especially knows, never put a condom on a wet rope. She was, I think, the first one to say that.
Yeah.
She just tried to do it there, and it didn't work.
They're all trying to do it. The fringe-boobed riders combining with the wet rope condom waivers. And what they try to do is they walk down the street here, twirling their ropes.
Yep.
There they are. They're twirling their ropes while symbolizing trying to put a twirling rope on a condom.
And it's just not going to happen.
It's the American way.
It is.
She's trying to put it on sideways, which, of course, is nearly impossible to put a condom on sideways.
But those horses are wearing condoms on their feet.
She's stepping through the condom,
or
in this case, the diaphragm, showing that this form of birth control really doesn't work because there's just too many holes in it.
Yeah, there's and a hole in the condom's never good.
No.
All right, what's our next float here?
Sausage on a float.
Sausage on a float. Gotta love that. I think this was stolen from a Pink Floyd Laserium show.
This is the new Kandahar float. You know, last year at this time, we were just freeing Kandahar, and now it's become a resort destination.
It has.
You know, sun, fun, stay, play, Kandahar, will make your day. And the Kandahar Club Med is a very interesting place these days. Pin the tail on the burqa.
Oh, that's always fun. And I just got back from the Comedy Clutch in Kandahar, the Kandahar Comedy Clutch. It's Kandahar Har Har is what the sign says out front. Great little stop.
Lots of fun. The Warlord Lap Dance Lounge is very fun in Kandahar. And, of course, the beaches in Kandahar.
You can't.
Are
Nothing
very
like
friendly.
a burqa on a beach.
Yeah, very friendly.
Those burqinis.
Now, these are the incontinent soggy bottom riders.
Well, I'd hate to be behind them.
Yeah.
Now, are you sure those aren't the... No, those aren't the homeboys on horseback, are they?
No. These are the incontinent
Yeah,
soggy...
it's the homeboys on horseback.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Come on, they're the first to put a boot up a sucker's ass.
Exactly. These are the original drive-bys. Actually, they were ride-bys.
Ride-bys, yeah.
Yeah, and they would...
they'll be bitch-slapping everybody later in the audience.
They'll bust a cap in your saloon.
They sure will. Or your float.
Mm-hmm.
What up, G?
They would ride by the range and bust a cap in your cow.
There you go. That's a posse.
4 innocent cattle were shot by the ride-by shootings.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. The homeboy riders, you were right.
Yeah.
Well, the incontinent soggy bottom boys, soggy bottom riders will be coming up later.
They're coming up later.
followed by the porta potty mounted police. It sort of has to follow the incontinent soggy bottom riders.
Watch how you divide that up.
This is the original mobile home, celebrating 5,000 years of mobile homes. There on the float. They got the house on the float.
Looks like it got hit by a tornado.
Sponsored by Winnebago, ladies and gentlemen. This depicts morons who feel riding around with their house attached to them is cool. This was also the West Hollywood gay designers'
float of the year.
No, contribution to the Madden Cruiser.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what they wanted the Madden Cruiser to look like. They came out and they said, okay, we're going to build a house. It'll be on wheels, and there'll be lots of flowers, and it'll be very bright, and football players will want to come and see it, and John Madden can sit in there, and if he ever gets the munchies, he can just kind of nibble on the house.
Well, watch out for the telestrator.
Yes, and then there'll be flowers. Of course, you have to have lots of bouquets in the back, and waving girls that look like Judy Garland. And see, the word Garland connects with flowers.
With flowers, right.
You see? And this will be the Madden Cruiser, the Madden Gay Cruiser.
Got it.
Is what this one is. It's the John Madden Gay Cruiser.
All right, and here's the Marshall Mathers High School Fighting White Trash Marchers.
Mm-hmm.
They are...
Formerly called the Unnecessary Nimrods.
You know, they are unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
But here they are. They're all part of the action down here. And, Sam Rubin, it sounded like Sam Rubin, didn't it? That guy.
Oh, I'm just giving up, Frazier. I'm just going to give up.
Sounds like you already did, Sam.
Oh, I'm just somebody's play toy.
Well,
somebody's unnecessary sex puppet.
There you go. Once again, a goal.
Yes.
And a good
However,
one.
I won the governor's trophy. I don't know what that means.
You won it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Governor came by and said, "Oh, give that man a prize."
I got a trophy for you. Okay.
My God.
Very good.
Talk about debit spending. What does that mean?
Well, we're not sure, but we'll find out.
I'm losing my effervescence, though.
Just stay bubbly as long as you possibly can. Okay.
You're the Nerds in Uniform marching band.
It's not the musical fruits of Free High?
Could be.
Oh.
But also known in second audio program as the Nerds in Uniform band.
Uh-huh.
Look at that nerd. And look at that uniform.
In a uniform, yep.
Yep. Formerly known as the White Pantied Loons.
Now, the White Pantied Loons, they come in many disguises.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, of course, they turned into the Cranky Walkers halfway through when it was a KY Free Parade and their legs chafed and they turned red.
This band also marches in other parades known as Pricks with Plumes.
Or Plumes with Pricks, I guess.
Either way.
Works either way.
They're unnecessary Nimrods.
Sure are.
Okay, this is a flowered-covered float with the dog on it.
Gee, animals covered with flowers.
Animals
Something kind of new.
Yeah, this depicts the hounds searching for Sam.
They're hounding him.
They're all happy because they haven't found him. They sweep side to side,
Everybody's
looking under the
happy
grandstands,
about that.
looking for Sam. Here we have a white middle-aged nerd depicting a serial killer. On the back.
Isn't that required? You have to have one serial killer per parade at least?
Right. The hounds are looking for looking for the bones of missing people that the serial killer has killed.
Sammy, where are you?
Exactly.
That's what he's yelling. Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody's waving. Nobody's particularly interested in finding any of the missing people, including Sam Rubin. But
what happened to the waving morons? Are they coming up later, speaking of waving?
I've seen quite a few. I don't know about you.
Maybe the entire parade are waving morons today. Well.
So once again, this float symbolizing...
stuff you never see.
Missing children on milk cartons and our attempt to find them. Let's see now. These are the...
Rough Riding Rumps.
Spread 'em and Ride.
Oh.
Spread 'em and Ride riding group.
Spread 'em and Ride riding group. Gotta love them.
Well, wait a minute, Phrase. This could be Fat Chicks on Horses.
Well, they're certainly fat.
I think
like
this.
a couple
I
of
think
chicks.
it is. Oh no! Dykes on Donkeys.
Dykes on Donkeys, folks, our favorites.
Donkeys.
We've been waiting for them.
Dykes
Here
on
they
Donkeys.
are. It's about time.
There they go.
You gotta love that.
Dykes on Donkeys. They tried to kind of confuse us a little bit, but once we saw the donkeys, we knew.
Well, confusion's part of their game, isn't it? And here's another plane looking for Sam Rubin. And, of course, carrying chemical weapons. A lot of biplanes, a lot of
Well, this is the confused sexuality float, Frazier. This is the biplane. You notice the large phallic symbol on the front of the float.
And a giant goose.
There it is, the large phallic symbol with the rotating, and we all know what a rotating light means.
Yeah.
And then the biplane symbolized confused sexuality. And, of course, a very brick-shaped, large brick-shaped,
Bust of Sam Rubin.
Well, this symbolizes what your parents do, what they pass through their system as a brick when they find out that you're bisexual.
I got you.
Yeah.
And there's something about waivers and leather.
Yeah. Leather flyboys.
Isn't there? Come on.
Completely sexual. This entire, thing.
Flyboy, bi-boy.
Large phallic device that lifts the bisexual plane into the air
and
gives you a goose.
Yeah. You gotta love it.
So there it is.
Confused sexuality.
Confused sexuality float. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
The sit on it and twirl phallic symbol in front. The biplane.
And of course the smoke. Smoke them out of their holes.
Smoke them out of their holes. So
that's how you do it.
Things you don't learn from your Tournament of Roses parade program, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, is this the Elvis Schmedekamp Marching Band? No. The Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater Robots?
No. Cool Guys Band. Brass Horned Loonies we've already had.
Agoraphobics of America? No.
No. Flatulent Fife and Drum? No. Those idiots with plumes.
Oh, it's the Salvation Army. I don't know about you. I think every guy has a fantasy about a girl in a Salvation Army outfit.
Well, it's a salvating army.
Oh, I see.
It's always mispronounced.
Can you ring my bell?
Yeah, there's just something about salvating.
Let me bang your tambourine.
Shaking.
Yeah.
Matron. Give me a conservative matron.
I wouldn't mind banging a tambourine or two, would you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, God.
Sam.
Welcome to my morning.
Hello.
He keeps calling me the tambourine.
Is that right?
He does. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Oh, God. Talk about banging your tambourine.
Okay. Well, Sam's certainly had a long morning. No pun intended.
Frazier!
What?
I'm waiting for the saddle sore sombreros.
They're coming up.
So am I.
All right. See, now, remember last year the Clydesdales had stuff, weapons under their hoofs. They'd somehow gotten through security. Not this year. They're making them take off their shoes.
This is a float entered by the Pleasure Chest on Santa Monica Boulevard from West Hollywood.
Yeah.
There's the Pleasure Chest right there, depicting a history of marital AIDS.
Ah, we gotta love that.
This is the history of marital AIDS, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, it starts with flowers. You bring the flowers home to your significant other one.
Scuba gear, so you're fully covered.
It starts with flowers and it ends in scuba gear.
Yeah.
As most sexual relationships do. Turtle for the one who's the slow rider.
Let me put a shell on this.
And of course, probably there'll be a hair for the the premature.
Let me cover this reptile.
It's the slow and the long.
Oh yeah.
And of course, people who like doggies and the
doggy style.
Nothing really says.
There you go.
Says it like a dog.
Especially at the Pleasure Chest.
Exactly. So once again, this is the subtext that you don't really get in your parade handbook, is that this float symbolizes all the marital aids throughout history.
Yeah, you can get his or her handcuffs on special this week down there at the Pleasure Chest.
The Mayor's Trophy. The Mayor's Trophy, of course, is given to the company that donates.
There's a mayor going out on a limb again.
The most money to their re-election campaign gets the Mayor's Trophy.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? Just give them cash. It's always good.
There we go.
There's the mayor.
Fireman on the end of a long phallic ladder. This is the fantasy. This is called fantasy. It depicts every woman's and some men's fantasies. And who wouldn't want a fireman on the end of a ladder?
Yeah, who wouldn't? Indeed.
Not me, Frazier. I'd take anything right now. Come to my rescue.
Okay, well,
send a fireman.
We'll send you a fireman out
Something
there.
hunky in suspenders.
You got it, buddy. All right, that's Sam Rubin. We still can't find him. We're looking. That guy up there's looking right now. He's from the Golden Dangler Stud Farm Synchronized Horse Unit, and he's up on that ladder.
Speaking of horse units, there seems to be a lot of them missing. We haven't seen the squash ball riders.
Haven't seen those guys.
The hemorrhoid buffers.
The ugly-assed mountain men.
The sore sphincter riders.
We haven't seen the bouncing buttocks riding team.
The Trent Lott trotters.
No, waste of money riders.
The Winona riders, we haven't seen them.
The stupid stallions haven't showed up.
How about Black in the Saddle again? Haven't seen them.
Haven't seen them. The confused historical riders.
Sheena Metal's Coochie Posse, haven't seen them.
Haven't seen the before picture riders, the real fat people.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't really seen them.
No.
The porta-potty mounted police aren't here.
How about honkies on horseback? They're not there.
And the drama queen riders, we still haven't seen them. And so there are an awful lot of riding groups that seem to have been left out of the parade.
Even the Arabs on turtles. What happened to those guys?
A lot of riders have not made it into the parade.
Not so far.
Don't count me. I've been ridden more than silver.
The Kandahar Waving Idiots, though, just went by there.
Kandahar Waving Idiots. Now, this band group is, let's see, these are the Madman with Drums.
Uh-oh.
Madmen with Drums. And there they are. Pounding their drums.
They love to do that, don't they?
Not to be confused with the high-stepping Stooges, which we'll probably see later.
I hope so. Because that's a favorite.
Now, here's a parade entry for you. A car with people in it.
Oh, really? Oh, hey.
Hello, I'm the mayor of Pasadena. It's nice to be white and be a mayor, because you get to ride in a car on New Year's Day down the parade route, waving like a moron and acting like one.
I didn't know Fred Rogers was the mayor of Pasadena. That car was carjacked, by the way, just before the parade. That's not his actual family. Those are clones.
And once
that's
again,
not the real mayor.
The crowd's all waving, thinking that he's leaving for good.
Well, it's about time we got him out of town.
Taking the flowers with him.
Yep. Let's go down to Uzi and our booty. And
hello, it's Uzi and your booty.
What's going on, man?
Owner of House of Jihad. The mayor. What a target. Look at this. I am drooling, Frazier.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy target.
It's a very easy target. If the mayor had any enemies riding down the street with an open car, it would be very easy to have a jihad.
You sure think so?
Oh, Frazier, it's a saddle sore sombreros.
Saddle sore sombreros, folks. We've been waiting for them.
Oh, I love this riding group.
Here they come.
Yes. Oh my God. The other riding group I really like, Frazier, is the white ass saddle soakers.
The white ass saddle soakers.
Nothing comes between them and their horse except for a wet saddle.
And there's nothing like a wet saddle.
No,
never try to put a condom on a wet saddle. No.
Well, I think maybe the girls here are the white-ass saddle soakers. Nothing comes between a girl and her horse except for a soaked saddle.
Well, and there's nothing like a soaked saddle when you think about it.
Oh, look at those colorful dresses covering all those soaked saddles. Oh, Frazier, look at these.
Here we go. The IHOP float. Sit on my short stack is the theme of this one.
I think that is sit on my short stack and tell me that you love me.
Oh, okay. And maybe later, after the parade there. That's Uzi and Your Booty, our new sponsor here for the Rose Parade this year.
Come to Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad. We will make a jihad especially for you.
The Blowjob Warehouse, where performance is job one. Just a couple of our new sponsors here.
Mm-hmm.
This float made entirely out of Skittles. Looks very edible and good and smart and final. And those are some of our military guys there. They're keeping an eye on...
This is the battle group that we're sending to the Persian Gulf right now.
Those guys?
Yeah, it's a new kind of battleship.
Uh-huh.
We figure that those little Zodiac boats wouldn't dare come up to a gingerbread ship.
You wouldn't think so.
No, just take one look at a candy cane siding and just, run away in terror.
Well, you'd sure hope that would happen.
We tried to blow up the boat, but it was made with gingerbread men and candy canes.
Right. Exactly. Now, this isn't the weapons inspector band, is it? No.
No, let's take a closer look at this. Are these the marching Flibberty Gibbets?
They could be. Look at what's on the... I think that's a Flibberty Gibbet on that guy's hat.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think these are the marching Flibberty Gibbets, or the Happy Halfwits.
Well, the Happy Halfwits are easy to spot. And there's one now.
Black-gloved morons, perhaps?
Could be the black-gloved morons.
It's so hard.
It's hard to keep up without a program. especially when there's 2 parades going on at once. You know, that's the other thing, is that this cloned parade makes it a little difficult because we have to keep swiveling our heads around to announce it from different angles. 2 different parades, 2 completely different broadcasts. You know?
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, the big news this morning is North Korea is 20 days away from having their own parade. And
you know, Grandma, I don't know about you, but that scares me.
Yeah.
You know, George Bush told him earlier today, word to your moms, I'm here to drop bombs. I think he meant it, but 23 days is not a lot of time.
Yeah, once we really have verification that they're 20 days away from their own parade, we got to go in.
I think we're going to have to.
And this is the group we're going to send.
Yep. That's what we're putting together, a whole jihad, and we're using Uzi and your booty to arm us with the latest biotechnology.
Well, the United Nations will stand for a place like Korea having its own nuke program, or even Iraq having its own nuke program, but creating another Rose Parade?
No. We're not playing. We don't play that.
No, that's a human rights violation.
That's not going to happen.
No.
Now, I want to ask you something. Let's go to Shamalama Ding Dong, our KLOS psychic, and what do you think's going to happen over in Korea?
Oh, Frazier, let me tell you something. I know what's going to happen in Korea. Let me tell you, this year there are going to be a lot of Koreans born in Korea.
Uh-huh.
There are going to be lots of bad movies being made. There's going to be lots of pachinko being played.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of Kias coming over from Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy Kim in Arizona, he going to pitch some baseball. He Korean too. How do I know?
How do you?
How do I know this?
I don't know.
Psychic powers, baby.
Oh.
Psychic powers.
Okay.
Shamalama Ding Dong, she got the thing in her head. She can see what's happening. That's what's going to happen in Korea.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Shamalama Ding Dong, our psychic. Apparently, she knows what's going on over in Korea and what's coming up as well.
I have
psychic power.
A psychic power about this parade.
And what is that?
They're going to be animatronic vehicles covered with flowers.
No.
And they're going to be a horse or 2.
Hold on a second. We have the guide dog for the blind float. You know, they got lost earlier. They were on El Molino instead of Colorado, and had to reroute them over here.
I thought that was Bob Euchre.
Well, it was.
It looked like Bob Euchre.
Yeah, it was.
There he is.
He's now training dogs.
Bob Euchre with Lassie.
He's got a good seat. He's in the good seats.
It's a new reality series called The Dog.
Bob and Lassie.
And celebrities, ex-celebrities get together and find out who's going to marry the dog. Celebrity bestiality.
Who wants to marry
on Fox?
I like that.
Yeah. Who wants to marry an ex-celebrity
animal?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
She can't even bear to watch this.
She's got to put her shades on so people don't recognize her as somebody who's actually
marrying an animal. That's always not.
Here's a few animals that have already been married.
Yep, there
also
they
known
are.
as the fans. And it's nice of Al Sharpton to show up.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's been taking some tips from the Insane Clown Posse.
Uh-huh.
Or Nino, the IHOP
Little
clown.
child there making a note of why she's not coming next year.
Yeah, I'm not coming again. I've seen enough.
Yeah. So now we've already had the farting fatheads.
The farting fatheads were a favorite.
Nice
who are these guys?
Street walking
Acres of Nerds.
These are the bungling bassoons?
Could be.
Or the marching flibberty gibbets we just had.
The Ohio Players? No.
Striped
Disgruntled Walmart employee bagpipe? No.
High-stepping sphincter sweepers. Tit-twirling twits.
I wish the tit-twirling twits would come back.
Yeah. These may be the cymbal-smashing idiots.
Well, could be.
These are the Vanna White Marchers with the letters in front.
Always love them. Always a favorite. The Vanna White Marchers.
White plumes. White-plumed morons.
And we haven't seen any white plumes today so far, have we?
No, I don't think so. Not one.
It's always a treat. Got some good stuff coming up, too. I want to see
Black
that.
chicks with flags.
Black chicks with flags is
Always good.
Yeah.
Always good to have black chicks with flags.
the flag twirling biatches. Gotta love them.
This year they're dedicating much more camera time to bands than normal.
Well, yeah. They never do that.
I don't know why.
It's a clone parade, that's why.
We only have 2 floats in the parade. That could be it.
That could be it. They got to stretch. You know, and so same floats, too, from last year.
Speaking of stretch,
Oh, no.
oh my
Sam
God,
Rubin,
how
folks.
much wider can it go?
I don't want to even go there.
Oh my word.
Let's not talk about it.
I've got cheeks in 2 time zones.
Yeah, well,
Oh my word. I think the last band walked through me.
I wouldn't doubt it. All right,
Is that a tuba or are you just puckering and blowing?
I think,
I don't know what that means.
well, I think we do. That is Sam Rubin. Is this the Viagra crack house we've heard so much about?
It is, ladies and gentlemen.
The famous Viagra crack house where Sam
It's
Stan
quite an
Chambers,
erection.
Sure is.
And there's a peacock, which of course
Well,
is symbolic of the
Of an erection.
Viagic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Stan Chambers holed up there last year, no pun intended, with some of the Rose Queens. Got in big trouble there, slamming
I
those
was
hoes.
down here with these hoe bitches, and we rotated the tires.
They were dope.
and
They were dope, stupid-looking
They
bitches.
were
too,
dope,
weren't they?
stupid, fly, fresh crack babes that we were getting freaky. I was getting my freak on.
There you
friends.
go. You're getting jiggy.
Yeah, they had to bring in the military,
Yep.
and I converted them. I turned them into Stan Chambers biatches,
Nice.
and me and my homies, we rolled and got freaky with those fly, fresh crack hoe babes.
Well, that is always fun. And Stan.
We were on the Chronic.
Yeah, oh, sure.
We were on the Chronic.
Sure you were.
And I had my chrome, so nobody messed with us. You can tell your mother and tell your father, true that.
Play on, player. Well, there he is. There's Leon Russell.
And these are the ugly ass mountain men.
The big ass white mountain men
Yeah.
and women.
There they are.
There's
Also known in your second audio program as the Incontinent Soggy Bottom Riders.
So there you go. Now there's the big ass mountain men, but one of them's a woman. How's that work?
Well, she's not really a woman
Oh.
if you look at her closely.
There's always one that's in drag, right? Is that how it
there's
works?
always one drag mountain man.
Yeah.
They call her Alice.
I guess so.
And he's the one who works the log flume up in the mountains.
Here's an embryonic Harry Potter, an actual Harry Potter larvae that apparently lost his legs in a game of Quidditch. No, he's just got an appendage down there. the parade came to an abrupt halt there. What happened?
This parade hasn't really been going for a
No,
long time.
Just dropped out there for a second there.
Oh my God!
There's Sam. Sam
Something-
popped up out of
I'm
nowhere.
here,
There he is.
and I'm look at this big red thing I'm riding.
Wow.
What is it? They say it's a flower, but I don't believe them.
Again, I don't want to ask.
Oh
Don't
my
ask, don't tell.
God.
Don't ask, don't
It's
tell.
another phallic float. How
That's all
many
I'm saying.
phallic floats can we have in one parade? We have a small child being thrust out of a hat,
Well.
riding some big, hard, pinkish thing. We have another one with a book open who's riding some tower of something or other. This is all just a sick, twisted pedophile's wet dream is what this is. Children's dream? This is just some sicko with kiddie porn marching it across the televisions of America. I don't understand why the censors aren't cutting this off. Somebody unchain me. Get the nipple clamps off. I want to call the FCC.
I'm making an Amber Alert.
Oh my God,
There's
an
something
Amber
wrong.
Alert. It's past Amber. It's full-blown red.
This is scary. All right, well, I don't know what to say. Sam Rubin,
A tall skyscraper phallic worm. How more sick can we be?
that's pretty
This
sick.
is disgusting. Writhing on this worm. Oh, God, but thank God I'm free.
Sounds like you're having fun.
Well, I'm not free. I'm at least $20 an hour, but you know
Okay.
what I mean.
I know. These the burqa riding bitches? Who are these guys?
Yeah, this is the Gay Man's Wardrobe Nightmare Writing Group.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Boy, it is a nightmare, isn't it?
yeah, look at that. Some all over West Hollywood right now. All you're hearing is, oh my God!
Please.
I just woke up.
Yeah.
And I'm already in a nightmare.
That's an ugly sight when you just wake up.
Oh, God, it reminds me of the day that we went over to Donnie and Blaine's house and he was wearing that robe from Korea. You remember that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you, Roger? Oh, God, I have to go call Tony right now and see if he's watching this. That's what's going on.
Is that? Oh, I see what you. Okay.
That was what we call an interlude.
Oh, all right. Wonder what that was. It's hard to tell when there's two parades going on at one time.
Fans are trying to escape. They're turning their heads away from the bad wardrobe.
They don't even want to see this.
Oh, we can't even look.
They can't look.
You know,
it
parents
is
are covering their children's eyes.
Again, just waving because they think these people are leaving town and never coming back.
I think they're signaling for help.
Well,
Send
that
in
might
the
be.
choppers. Call up, in your, Uzi in your booty's house of jihad and get this parade wiped out.
Yeah, it's about time.
All right.
Is this the Flaming Condominium Band? No.
The bubble-headed booby marchers.
Oh, okay.
We already had the Happy Halfwits and the Raging Rattleheads. So
How about the muff-wearing wingnuts?
Brothers in Bad Clothing, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Is what this is the band.
Homies in hats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by the way, the homies on horseback, we're waiting to put a boot up a sucker's ass right after the parade. If you want to go by their booth and get bitch slapped, please do.
Okay. Well, the Los Angeles High School Marching Band proving once again that brothers can be nerds too.
Well, it's the unified schools, and they have no idea what they're doing, do they?
Their television sets all across Compton right now going, oh, man.
Homie, please.
Homie, man, what you doing? Oh,
what
man.
up, Jihad?
It's a good reason to go on crack now.
I think they went on crack already before the parade. You know, a clone parade is just about the same as
a clone parade.
Yeah. It's hard to tell the difference, isn't it? Even with the SAP button, you really can't tell. I can't anyway. All right, we are live. This is Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. Thought we should remind you we are live in Pasadena on the FM talk station.
I've just never seen so many young African-American individuals dressed so poorly as that band.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those are weird outfits. And I think it's just, I've never seen a shortage of bands like this year. We just haven't seen a darn band all day. I don't know how they got away with it, but somehow, no bands. Here's another grounded aircraft, another company out of business. United Airlines, everything grounded. Completely bankrupt.
Yes, and symbolizing all of the people that are now out of work. These are all jobless people, baggage checkers, maintenance individuals.
They'd be thoroughly checking every bag if they had a job.
If they had a job. But these are flight attendants that no longer have...
They still have their wave, though.
But they dare to dream. They dare to dream that someday that they might actually have an airline.
Yeah, could happen. Yeah, she's taking some crack. Yeah, liquid crack, and just saying, look, why not? I'm out of work. Might as well party. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
It is sad, but then again, that's what the Rose Parade is about.
Sadness?
Yeah, the theme this year is making you sad.
Oh, well, it's working.
Making you sad through flowers.
Certainly working. Yeah, that's a good angle. I like that. Well, you know, it's crazy friction. And, you know, it's hard to get that.
I think there just must have been, I think the guy who first came up with this whole float thing just had to be a florist that had a bunch of surplus of flowers, was going to go bankrupt, and invented floral-covered floats.
Well, it's floral genius without surgery. And I think that's what's impressive.
These are the guys who are cleaning up, are the flower growers.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the money, phrase. Follow the money.
That's what you got to do. Catch the brass ring.
Right. Who is profiting from this? Flower growers.
That's about it.
So they all got together in their crack house one day and said, I know, they don't make a lot of money after Christmas. Let's cover a bunch of stuff with flowers. Make a parade, call it a tradition. Make a fortune.
Create a job.
We'll put some babes on there and throw in a band or two.
I like it. I like it. And what do you think, Uzi and your booty? Is that how's the parade going for you? You're our sponsor this year.
I have taken so many orders for my House of Jihad. I am booked up now through March. You know, it will be Easter before I have the time to squeeze in anything.
Uh-huh. Well, and you mean that, I think, squeezing it in. All right, the Marine Band is here. And, Sam, you like the Marines, don't you?
Oh, my God, my saviors. You know, of course, I'm already free now. But there's nothing like, you know, a nice man in a uniform to come and save you and, you know, take the nipple clamps off you roughly and uncuff you from the wrought iron thing that you've been chained to and chase away the bad man and look at you with those pearly white smiles in their 23-year-old bodies and say, we're the Marines, we've landed.
Sam always likes a few good men.
From the halls of Montezuma.
There you go. To the shores of, hello.
Of Sammy.
Well, guess a Marine there. That's Sam Rubin. We still haven't been able to find him. I don't know where the hell he is. He's under the grandstands. We've got planes out looking for him. People in the stands, the whole deal. Hopefully we'll track him down before the end of the parade. This is Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. We are live in Pasadena. Tournament of Roses Parade on the FM talk station 97.1. All right, we are back live. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb on the FM talk station 97.1. And we are broadcasting two Rose Parades at one time. It's unbelievable. This is the, look at this, a giant octopus. We just missed him. Got to call child services on a giant octopus. You know you're in trouble. You know, the tentacles of the Catholic Church reaching out. And who are these guys?
These are the sequencists. No, these are the Porta Potty Mounted Police.
See, we already had the mounted
confused
morons,
historical writers,
Mark Madsen, honkies on horseback,
stupid stallions,
Wilson Phillips, galloping gluttons.
They all need to look. They all look like they should be writing to Trim Spa. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
I think these are the before picture writers. They all, you know, in order to be in part of this writing group, you have to look like a before picture.
Well, they certainly did.
Yeah. Well, there's some flowers. Something new.
Yeah, we haven't seen that today.
Waving people.
Partially completed Taco Bell. And there's King Chipotle.
This is the guy that. This is the same float that won the governor's trophy. This is the same freaking float. This is a clone.
Well, I think if you win the governor's trophy, you get to come around twice.
They had a Spanish arch.
Right.
And they had a little caballero guy in front on a horse waving. And this is the thing. They just took this thing around the block.
Well, at least they finished the governor's trophy. This one, they didn't even put the walls up. And that's just what happens.
That's just amazing.
Well, you know, another symbol of this year's crazy parade. It was cloned from last year. It's never going to be the same again.
I think that a float designer was, you know, selling his plans twice to two different places.
Could have happened.
You know what we'll do? We'll have a nice Spanish arch. We'll have a horse. We'll have some flowers. We'll put a caballero on the front.
Who's going to know?
Who's going to know? Who's going to know? We'll put it 20 entries later. Bada-bing, bada-boom.
Well, it could have been Uzi and your booty, you know, just double dipping there.
Could be.
You never know.
Could be.
All right, now this is the Trent Lott Twirlers? No. This is the...
Striped Panty Loons, isn't it?
Is it the Striped Panty Loons? The Quentin Crisp Prancing Dandies?
They got the striped pants.
Could be the Striped Twirling Loons.
Striped Panty Loons.
Gotta love them, man.
And the tit-twirling twits and the tuba-tooting twats, all part of that group.
And, of course, the Tipsy Towers. And what about the close friends? These are close friends of the White Panty Loons, aren't they?
They are. And these are the flag-waving idiots.
Oh, man. Thank God they're on the parade this year.
Well, we thought we were going to miss them, but
can't do a parade without flag-waving idiots.
Flag-waving idiots. There they are. Look at them. Such idiots.
The heart and soul of any parade, really, when you think about it.
There they go. Look at that. Throw those flags up in the air. Oh, look at that in order. They are just such idiots. There they go. We're idiots.
And proud.
And we're idiots. And we're idiots.
They've got it well choreographed, don't they?
Yeah.
Sam Rubin, are you still down there? He's trapped beneath the...
I'm here. I can see the next phallic float of pedophiles. I'm coming down the street. Why isn't anybody stopping this, Frazier? This is such degradation. I can't believe that Art Linkletter, Bill Cosby, and Fred Rogers would participate in this sick, twisted parade. Look at this young child with Puff the Magic Dragon. It's all drug-induced. It's all drug references. Pedophiles everywhere you go. Everybody wants to spank bottoms. Look at this pedophile. Look at this guy. He looks like somebody that would grab a kid and put him on a milk carton. Oh, my God. This madness just has a... Beanie and Cecil? It's all sexual reference.
By the way, how old is that show? I mean, come on. Why don't we just have the... where's the Diver Dan float?
Beanie and Cecil, they were gay before Teletubbies.
I mean, come on.
Come on. Bert and Ernie, forget it. Look at this guy's the original homosexual on television.
Wait a second. Shotgun Tom Kelly. There he is in the back. Very
oh,
excited.
my God. It's Shotgun John Kelly and Johnny Bravo.
On the
living
same
in,
float.
With a gay drug-induced dragon. It's sick. It's twisted. But it's Hollywood.
There you go. All right, man. Well, let's see. What do we have? The lounge band. Have we seen the... Oh, let's see. This is the
Cross-dressing Crusaders?
G-string Girls of the Jihad? Is that who that was?
Yeah, it could be.
We haven't seen the Jerry Curl Riders yet, have we?
Or the Sequin Sissies.
I can't wait for them. The side saddle sombreros already came through, right?
They came through.
And the squash ball riders?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Spread 'em and ride riders.
Right.
Come through.
The crushed cojones. Have we seen the crushed cojones yet?
Not yet.
That's... No.
Stupid Steeds.
The Galloping Gorditas?
And the My Big Fat Greek Ass on a Horse riders.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
They made a lot of money this year.
Yeah. The Bouncing Buttocks riding team.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah, that's...
And, of course, the all-time favorite, Fat Chicks on Horses.
Oh, our all-time favorite. Oh, here's something novel. Fireman Chasing a Pussy. How about that? Well...
Okay.
How about those red slippers there?
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think?
It's very Judy Garland. It's very Judy Garland. You know, I tend to leave my red sequin slippers at home on New Year's Day, Frazier, but I wore them this year, and look at the trouble it got me in.
Well, click them 3 times. Maybe you'll disappear.
There's no guy like Homie. There's no guy like Homie. There's no guy like Homie. Ah!
Sam,
Get that wand away from me, sailor.
Okay. So let's see what we got coming up next. We've missed the Kandahar Waving Idiots. You haven't seen them. The Swedish Transsexual Cowboys. Have we seen them yet?
Not yet.
Still to come, folks.
Let's see. We just
the Osama Bin Ladies.
Is that what these guys are? Well, we had the. We are. Wait a minute. Holy smokes! They're not flags. They're not guns. What are they? They're the Flibberty Gibbet dancing fool freakheads.
Jeez, you gotta have a...
There's something new in the parade, Frazier.
A Flibbity Gibbet, folks. How about
the news.
that?
Bouquet bouncing babes followed by white oblong tossing marital aid dancers.
What are those things? Sam, do you have any idea?
Fellatio flautists.
Oh, man. Looks like somebody's been to the pleasure chest.
Holy smokes.
That is awesome. Well, finally, we saw something new.
I want to know what those things were. What were those things they were twirling?
I was going to ask Sam that. I thought he might know. How about our friend Uzi in your booty? Uzi, what are those things?
I can tell you this, Frazier. They require 4 D-cell batteries, and they vibrate.
Oh.
Okay?
You sell those?
Yes, and I put them in the booty.
Okay.
They are a free gift with every jihad.
Thank God.
Yes. Yes, kick and twirl and kick and twirl and 2 and 3 and 4.
Here they go.
And, okay, we're going to do a kind of dancing jihad.
High noble, by noble.
We're going to do a chorus line dancing thing.
You know, it's about time. Hey, what happened to the Fringe Boob Riders?
Haven't seen them.
They're favorites, aren't they?
We haven't seen the Raging Rattleheads yet.
Now, are these the fatties blowing brass or the brass blowing fatties? Or does it matter?
This is definitely the fatty blowing brass.
Oh, okay. I want to see the brass blowing fatties.
They'll, believe me, hang around. You'll see them.
Now, the Sam Rubin Rough Riders, I guess they're not going to be here this year because Sam's trapped under the grandstands.
We've been there all morning, Frazier. It just hasn't been on camera.
Oh, okay.
Talk about rough riding.
Rough Riders.
Woof. Woof.
Hello, lady.
It's the Sam Rubin Parade, sponsored by KY.
You know, it's a KY Free Parade, though, again this year. That's why there's so much chafing going on this year. A lot of chafing in this parade.
Whole lot of shaving going on.
There you go. Well, how do you like our clone parade so far, Crabman?
It all seems the same to me.
It is pretty much the same, isn't it?
It's just pretty much one flowered covered thing after another.
Yep.
This just doesn't even have a design to it. This is just, we're going to put some shapes.
I think that is by design, actually.
Figures and flowers and kind of not really have it look like anything.
Well, it certainly worked. That,
yeah, this is the
that certainly worked.
nondescript, can't really figure out what it was. Too many chefs in the pot float.
Yeah, there's a couple of those this year, and I think that's good. What's not to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it keeps people guessing, and we'll throw kids on it to make it look
Yeah,
like
I
a
want to throw a
part
couple
of
of
the
kids in
theme.
there. Sure.
Yeah, we got an animal on the front. We got a pagoda on the back. We got kids on the side. We got a tugboat.
That is awesome. By the way, Stan Chambers is going to try to jump this float in a flaming school bus after the parade. I don't know how that's going to work. Have we heard from Stan? Where is Stan now?
I'm standing on the hills overlooking Pepperdine University in Malibu as the flame retardant carrying aircraft sweep down over the Malibu fire and spread their fire retardant, killing down the flames and saving the foliage.
Whoa, hold up. Chill out, buddy. That's a whole nother broadcast.
Sorry, I was having a flashback.
Okay. Well, that's Stan, the man Chambers, or the real Stan Chambers, I guess.
These are the GW Bush League riders.
Here they are.
They are coming out of the bush.
They're in a league of their own, folks.
Been a lot of bush in this parade.
Sure has. That's why I tune in.
Yep, it's the flag-wearing idiots.
You know, they're different than the flag twirling idiots, I guess.
Well, that's because they're
them.
right. Well, and they're riding horses.
Yeah.
You know.
Not a lot of equestrian groups in this parade this year.
Their motto is wear a flag and see if somebody waves at it.
That's always a good idea.
Yeah.
If you want to see this parade in Spanish, though, push your SAP button. It's El Festival de los Pendejos is the name of it in Spanish.
If you press your SAP button, it goes into Spanish.
Yeah.
You get like a lot hotter chicks in bikinis.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, saying stuff that you don't understand, but you don't care.
Well, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Me llamo Amarando. It's
like, what?
It's like watching Telemundo.
Yeah. It is watching Telemundo. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're good looking.
Oh, yeah. Well, all the girls on Telemundo are good looking.
Yeah.
Come on.
So who cares?
We don't care.
90% of the Telemundo viewers don't even speak Spanish.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. You just turn the volume down and put on, porn music.
Exactly. Where are the Arabs on turtles? We haven't seen them yet, have we?
And I hope we don't. Oh, there's an old parade official.
Oh, I'm checking things out and looking very officious.
Either that or a KFC employee.
I'm standing here watching this parade go by. Odd. January 1st and a parade's going by.
Well, there's one.
Rancho Buena Vista. The entire town has come out, ladies and gentlemen, and is sticking their fingers in their eyes.
It's about time, too. Mm-hmm. They can't see what's going on, and that's maybe a blessing.
And they're playing, we're Rancho Buena Vista. We're stupid, lame, and geeks. We walk down the street and we look really neat. Hooray for Rancho Buena Vista. We're dumb and we're lame and we're hurting. But we know we'll be back next year because that's really certain.
Yeah, this band paid for their uniforms by selling chocolate to Marlon Brando.
Ooh, one-stop shopping.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. I saw a Canadian flag being waved there.
Now,
you talk about idiot fans. We're in Toronto. Hooray!
That was Strom Thurmond. All right, well.
The Canadian flag?
Yeah. Side saddle sombreros.
Oh, God. You know what this is? This is
morons in jumpsuits?
This is another gay man's wardrobe mistress nightmare group. Look at these guys. Holy smokes.
We are torturing the poor residents of West Hollywood with this whole parade.
Yep.
The uniforms are
Look
just
at these blue sequin
ghastly.
jumpsuits. Oh, my word. Blue
How tacky
sequin
is that?
overalls. Looks like a gay man's version of the real McCoys.
Which I've always wished for. I mean,
Yeah, Peppina.
Yeah, God damn it.
Yeah,
What
damn
in
it.
tarnation's going on with the doggone parade?
Send little Luke out to the barn.
Dag nabbit.
I want to show him my Peppina.
Yeah, got your Peppina right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, God dag nabbit.
All right, it's not. as
Here's
if
a
we've
white
seen-
panty loon.
It's not as if we haven't
on
seen
a
enough
float.
band members. We're gonna make a float out of them with a horse.
Eesh.
We've seen horses. This is
Too
like
many horses, too many band members. Now they make a float out of it.
everything you want to hate
That
in
is
one.
sick.
It's a float. It's a band. It's a horse. Blow it up. Blow it up. Just kill it all.
Well,
At the end of the parade, this float is going to blow up in a symbol of how much we hate this parade.
let's hope so. We can only hope.
You know what I'm waiting for is and I'm hoping it's the next float, is the Bitter Bastards float.
Whatever happened to the bitter bastards?
We haven't had the Bitter Bastard float this year. And,
Now, what's up with those bitter bastards?
well, what it is, it's a float that depicts, great happiness with real happy family that's all waving, but they're really just filled with bitter bastards.
Right,
you
and
know?
people are yelling stuff at them like, "You left your wife."
Yeah, you're an
You're a
alcoholic. Yeah, you only read half of Tony
Loser.
Robbins, and then you fell off the wagon.
Yeah. But they're not bitter.
You're in debt. You don't do the dishes. You don't lift the toilet seat up. You have breast implants. You carry no auto insurance.
Are these? Now this isn't the Burkison bareback, is it? No. The flat hat riders?
We've already had the saddle sore sombreros.
Yeah. Jerry curl.
Well, these are the crushed
Rough
Cajone riders.
Oh, the crushed Cajone riders. We've been waiting for them.
Yeah, the crushed Cajone
Oh,
riders.
so painful and yet so exciting. Have we had the Fat X rock stars on horseback?
Not yet.
Still waiting for them. Okay, that's always painful to watch because the horse is under a lot of stress. Gee, a giant swan. You don't see that very often in a rose parade, do you?
Yeah.
Just you don't. Something you never see.
Oh, are those those could be the Bitter Bastards.
Well, they certainly look bitter.
They're waving to
bastards,
everybody,
aren't
and
they?
everybody's probably shouting at them. You suck.
No, I think that's us that they're shouting at.
Oh.
Oh, there's the fat chicks on a float.
Man.
That was
Apparently-
Anna Nicole, wasn't it?
Well, apparently this year the animal rights activists finally said you can't put these chicks on horses anymore.
So they put them on a giant swan
so
instead.
they put them on a float.
Yeah.
Of course, put that thing in the water, it wouldn't float.
No. No way.
It would be called a sink.
See, and once again, cloned animals. A symbol of the parade. They couldn't, one horse wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It's a
They
two-horse
couldn't
town.
get get two donkeys in a covered wagon to really walk down the street.
No.
Let's build a float.
There
Charge
you go.
$500,000 for it.
There's the honky donkeys right there, folks. Everything's in twos today because it's a clone parade. Last year's parade just basically recycled through the process of cloning. Gotta love it.
I love it.
Well, of course, because you're friends with our sponsor, Uzi and Your Booty. Uzi, what do you think? Has it met your expectations, this year's clone parade?
I absolutely love this parade, because it's going to be so much too fun to blow it up.
And that's all happening at the end, right?
Yes, what I like about this guy here, he's personal security. He's protecting himself. He's the lassoing loony.
Lassoing loonies,
Yeah,
here
he
they are.
lassoes himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a self-gratification pleasure thing.
Sure, it's like trying to put a condom on a wet rope.
Yes, he lassoes
You just
himself.
can't do it.
Ties himself up in bondage. Yeah, look at him. Hello, I'm going to lasso myself.
That's always fun to do. Well, I think today's parade kind of lived up to the theme crazy friction, don't you think?
Yeah. Greater friction.
Side saddle sombreros in the hizzy.
Yep.
Rocking
World's
the
first
biatch.
lowriders.
Yeah, they
were the
really
side
were.
saddle sombreros. They would hydraulically lower their saddles.
Is
They
that
would kinda
right?
turn and kind of lower to the ground, so they
Huh.
could actually scrape their knuckles on the ground, and then the horse would kind of do the hydraulic jump down the street.
Right.
Like, dressage.
Yeah, I can't bear to watch this next float. This is just, how stupid is this float? Sam, we still haven't found Sam Rubin. I guess he's down there somewhere.
I'm just giving up, Frazier. I'm just giving up. Somebody just shoot me. I think that's the theme of this year's parade. Somebody just shoot me.
Well, I think somebody will at the end of the parade. That's what's going to happen. In fact, this year's parade will make up the entire American invasion force should we invade Iraq. Everyone out here is going to, everyone in the parade.
This truck depicts the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, who's finally getting out after 103 years to fix that electrical outage in Pasadena.
And it's also sponsored by the LA Unified School District. There's only 4 books in the entire town. It's amazing. 1 per county. Here's the Insane Clown Posse. They are Colorado Boulevard.
Los Angeles City Council. There they are.
There they are.
Mayor Hahn.
Looking good. Chugging along. Well, it's been certainly a friction-free parade, don't you think? Here's the mayor.
Nothing like having a loose locomotive with a jungling idiot loose on Colorado Boulevard.
Well, you got to have a juggling idiot in this parade. They've been juggling idiots all day, really, when you think about it.
Well, anytime you have Bob Edwards or Bob Eubanks and Stephanie Edwards in a booth, you're juggling idiots.
You're juggling a couple idiots. We haven't even seen too much of them today,
and that's
thankfully
something to be grateful.
so.
Yeah.
We sure can be happy about that.
In case you people don't realize it, this parade starts again when it's done.
Yeah, we're starting to right over again. It's part of the cloning process. We just go right back into the parade.
In case you haven't been annoyed enough early on in this 2003, you can watch this parade all day long.
We're going to torture you a little bit more.
Until all that goodness and rest that you've achieved over the holiday season just turns into cynicism and hatred.
Which is the whole theme for this year's play.
Cynicism
parade.
and hatred, yeah.
Now, we didn't see the Tennessee All-State Inbred Hillbilly Band, did we?
No, but, don't give up hope yet.
I guess they still could be along here.
Are these Dykes on Donkeys? No.
No, we missed the Dykes on Donkeys. How about the Fat Chicks on Horseback? We don't have much time. We're almost out on this parade. We've got to be coming along here pretty soon. This is the Quentin Crisp Prancing Dandies that we're looking at now.
Formerly known as the Squash Ball Riders.
Yeah. Those wow.
Phew.
That is painful.
7 miles of that.
You got to
basically pulling a flatbed.
Yeah, that's the Anglo version of the Crush Cahoney Riders. And either one, very painful to watch.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Blue Ball Riders.
No.
Speaking of Blue Ball Riders.
Yeah, there you go. There's some Blue Ball Riders right there.
Well, friends, it's really been fun and exciting and boring and flower-filled and bands and horses. Yes, Bob, I wouldn't have expected to see this type of thing this year. I was expecting, maybe we would have some rap groups and some drive-by killings. Nope. They thought about it, but this year, flowers, horses, and bands.
And, of course, crazy friction.
Yes, and I'm so glad that I had my vibrator with me because it helped me keep interested and awake. Quite frankly, sitting next to you, Bob, puts me to sleep.
All right, there you go. That's Bob and Stephanie. That's basically a wrap on this one, on our clone parade. And don't forget, after the parade, we're going to clear out the crowd by driving L.A. Laker Mark Madsen on a flatbed truck as he dances to Who Let the Dogs Out. All right, tonight's parade brought to you by He Hate Me Malt Liquor, Crack Pipes for Less, Gangster Tacos, and, of course, our good friends Uzi In Your Booty.
And as we prepare to go into our final hour here, maybe we should have some people call in and relive the parade with us.
Well, why not? And what is that number? What are the numbers to call there, Billy? Do we have them here?
310-520-9710.
All right.
9710 from anywhere in the valley, west side or east side.
West side.
And then down there, 562-909, and the other ones are 520-9797.
I'm completely confused, but okay, thank you. All right, well, Crabman, good job there. It was another exciting parade. We're going to watch it again right now, and if you want to give us a call, please do so. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, live from the Tournament of Chipotle Parade out here in Pasadena today. All right, we are back. Frazier Smith, along with Peter Crabb, on the FM talk station. And we just finished our coverage of the Tournament of Roses parade out in Pasadena. Peter, what'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was a typical year of floats and horses and bands and ducks and chicks and geese. And, we're sitting here watching it again. It's as it starts up. And what do you got? You got fat-ass people on horses walking down the street right now.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it, kind of?
It sort of says something about America. Big military aircraft over and get people extremely excited, and then parade fat-ass chicks on horses in sequin blouses.
Yeah, put a fat person on a horse and run them down Colorado Boulevard.
Exactly.
That's what it's all
see
about.
If anybody salutes it.
Yeah. Well, we did have a couple things that were different about this year's parade. First of all, Sam Rubin, our on-the-street reporter, disappeared mysteriously, went up underneath the stand somewhere with an unknown alleged sponsor.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that was going exactly.
It was very, very odd. He was obviously being sexually molested under a stand. We never saw him on camera.
We heard some of it, though.
We got some...
Thanks to Nextel.
Yeah. But it was disturbing. And then when he finally did get out, he sort of revealed that the whole parade had this really sick, twisted, pedophile almost symbolism to it.
It was sick and twisted, but it wasn't keeping with the theme of this year's parade, which was crazy friction for maximum pleasure.
Yeah.
And I think that was certainly accomplished.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if we can take some phone calls. And I think we're going to also play some of the parade back, because they're doing that, right? They're running the parade again on Channel 5.
Yeah.
So it won't be synchronized, but you might want to listen anyway. It will sound the same, since all it is bands and floats and horses and fat people. So, let's try that. Billy, the engineer, is going to run some of that. If you want to give us a call, the numbers are, Billy? All right. Oh, they're right. Oh, here they are. Hold on. Okay, give us a call. Let's see, from the Valley or the West Side. West Side, it's 520-9710. And from Orange County, 977-9710. All right. We are the FM talk station. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb. Let's play some of that Rose Parade. We can't? All right, Dag Nabbit. Well, give us a call. What are some of the highlights for you, Peter? You like the...
I liked Sam under the stands, and I thought that the new sponsor... Uzi
and Your Booty was...
From House of Jihad.
Very helpful.
Was very helpful. He obviously had funding from somewhere. And... it was, he was, sort of, he gave us the effervescence that we lacked when Sam, was hidden.
Yeah. Well, you got to make up for that bubbliness somehow.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he was great. We didn't see him actually take the parade out, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't hear in the next day or so that, Uzi and Your Booty's House of Jihad actually wipes out the parade. It may be the floats in the staging area or something.
Well, he was going to let out some chemical weaponry at some point. I don't know if that happened. We cut out of the parade too early to tell, but it certainly seemed like it could be fun.
Yeah, there was a large military presence, so it probably wouldn't have been easy for him to do it immediately, but I think that in the next day or so, if you start seeing the flowers wilt a little too soon,
then something's up.
Uzi and Your Booty's been there.
Been in the house.
Yeah.
So what about those Rose Queens cloning themselves? The one queen
that was a
cloned herself.
Bit odd too. He had this one prissy white girl who was the queen, and she was such a control freak, so anal retentive that she wouldn't allow any other women in the court. So she clones herself, and basically it's her.
Yeah, that's that's kind of a scary thought that she couldn't share the court with anyone else and had to,
It goes all with the strangeness of surrounding the whole Rose Festival this year, because, here we have USC and Iowa. They're playing in the Orange Bowl, right? And then we have Washington State and Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, what up with that?
So, the whole thing is off and askew and weird. But then again...
That's your Rose Parade.
That's your Rose Parade.
Sure is.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take some phone calls. Give us a call. We'll be back. And how about Stan Chambers slamming those hoes?
Always good to see Stan at the Viagra Crack House, lifting up the flap and killing the monkey.
He sure was, man.
You know, he was on it. Popo had to send the ghetto bird to be, spying on his ass.
Well, play on, player, is all I can say about that. Give us a call. This is the FM talk station. We're coming back and taking your calls right after this. Okay, right after this.
Or this.
Okay.
Or we could take a call now.
Should we take one now? I don't see.
All right, we got a call.
Okay.
Forget
Let's take
this.
a call.
We'll take this instead.
All right. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is actually, my name is David.
David, what's up?
I purposely took many sedatives last night just so I could sleep through this lame parade, and then I wake up and listen to you guys doing the commentary on it. Now I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, dude.
So funny. When did you guys start doing this?
About 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, how many years have you been doing this?
We've been doing this for about 20 years.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I've had to sit through this. I've not had to, but...
Well, we have too. We've sat through it every year for 20 years.
How do you think we feel?
This is so good.
Oh, dude, thank you.
So are you guys going to, do a new commentary over the replay? Or?
We're trying to hook that up right now. We're trying to sync it up with the first one we did.
Yeah, you're going to play the original one? Because I just caught the end of it, and that was hysterical.
Well, we consider having to do the replay cruel and unusual punishment, not only for others, but for ourselves.
Now, what was your favorite entry in the parade, Dave?
Like I said, I just woke up and caught the end of it, but just the whole thing with the guy with the smashed cojones.
Smashed cojones riders, you're right.
That's a painful one to watch, isn't it?
Insane clown posse.
They're in the house. How about the big booties and burkas?
Yeah, the big booties and burkas.
The Monona Riders, they were a good horse group.
That was unbelievable.
Well, then you probably missed the Nutcracker Nags and the...
Yeah, I missed everything.
The
If I knew you
Trentlock
guys
Trotters.
had been doing the burn on it, I would have woke up early just to listen to it.
Well, we had the White-Ass Saddle Soakers.
That was one of my favorites.
The Flatulent Fife and Drum Band.
How about the Fatties blowing brass?
Yeah, we
or
had
the brass
them.
blowing Fatties.
And we had the tuba-tooting Twats and the tit-twirling Twits.
Gotta love them.
Now you're making it worth the pain to watch, to actually sit through this thing.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. You gotta watch it again and just see the incontinent soggy bottom riders and the porta potty mounted police.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll watch it again just to see that.
For that.
Whoop.
Oh, we lost Dave.
Well, we punched Dave out.
Well,
he was
that
happy
happens.
even after the sedatives.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to know that people call that actually missed the parade, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
And compliment us. We missed it, but thank you.
Dude, you were great. What was it?
We got, let's see here. What have we got?
We're looking for callers.
Message from Flounder. We've got Tom on 4.
Tom is on 4. Let's go to Tom. Tom, what's up?
Yeah, I wanted to tell Frazier something about Sam Rubin.
Okay, go
What's
ahead.
that?
You're on.
Sam Rubin needs to use the word caboodles much more often. He doesn't say it nearly enough.
I agree. I think he was getting his caboodles today, though.
Yes.
Under the grandstands.
Someone was riding my caboodle. My caboodle was being violated.
I think that was Kit riding your
caboodles
caboodle.
of baloney packages.
I
There you
think
go.
so. Under the stand with caboodles.
And
Well-
Frazier needs to be on instead of Sam every day, I think.
Well, thank you, but I don't know. Sam is my favorite.
You on a radio station?
No.
Would you like to?
Well, call me at the airport parking channel.
Thanks, Tom.
My latest gig. That is Tom. Thank you. All right. Well, we missed Sam this year, though, didn't we? I mean, he was...
he was there in spirit,
what
but not
happened?
in picture.
Without him and Sharon Tay.
I think he's
my
ducking
two
us.
favorites.
I think he's ducking us.
Could be.
We nailed him for so many years, and then it's like, no mas, no mas.
That could be.
I think so.
No, I don't know, but I missed him. All right, it is the Classic Talk Station. We'll be right back with more 97.1 right after. Hello, we are back. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, just finished the Rose Parade here on the FM Talk Station. And, Crabman, it was a pretty exciting parade.
Exciting parade, lots of biological weaponry, lots of sexual innuendo and symbolism.
You gotta love that.
All the subtext that people don't get from buying their parade programs out on the route. We are here to tell them what it really means.
It's true. And, I don't know if you know this, but everyone in today's parade was at one time married to J-Lo.
Really?
That's what it says here.
Wow. Even the men?
Yeah, apparently.
And even the women?
I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, give us a call if you like with your
What are
thoughts
those numbers,
on the parade.
Fraze?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Crabman. From LA or the Valley or West Side, 520-9710. And from Orange County, it's 977-9710. Okay, we have a couple calls on the line right now.
You got Steve on line one?
Steve is on. Steve, what's up?
Phrase, Crabman, the best. What I did is I set my alarm at 5:45 this morning to catch you at 6.
Cool.
But I would not have done it if you didn't promote it on Monday. The first time I heard that commercial saying, we're coming on, and I was all really pumped. Great show. Great commentary. Love the ethnic humor.
Well, thanks, bro. How about, who are those guys, the big booty riders?
I love them. Where were the Jerry Curled Riders?
The Jerry Curl Riders never showed. I don't know what happened to those
They were
guys.
out getting their due done.
That's it. But the big booty riders were bitch slapping everybody.
I loved it. I loved it. You guys are the best.
Well, we thank you for that. And did you have a favorite portion of the parade?
I love before the parade starts, to be honest with you. I love when Gail Anderson comes on and they had the other chick I never saw before, and Crabman did he was just great.
Now, what happened to Sam Rubin this year? He disappeared. We didn't find him. Was that disturbing to you at all?
Well, we did see him once, which was disturbing.
Oh, yeah, when he popped up there, yeah.
Right, so it kind of was a tease.
That was frightening. Gail Anderson's here. Gail, say hello to Steve.
Hey, Steve, baby, what's happening, honey?
Hey, Gail, I got $20 for you.
Whoa, that's twice as much as I'll make at KTLA. I got a prediction for you, honey. I predict you're going to be a man with a smile big as a mile.
All right, that's Gail Anderson and Steve. Thanks for your comments. Hope you'll listen next year.
Absolutely, you guys.
All right.
Well,
thank you.
We guys.
I got a prediction. Steve is gone.
Steve is gone.
Well,
we got Brian on too.
All right, Brian. Brian, what's going on? Hello,
Brian. You there?
Yeah.
Brian, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Good, man.
Hey, Frazier. I've been listening to you since, man, your old days at the other FM station in the '80s.
Right.
I just want to know. You make the Rose Parade livable. I could never listen. I can never watch that Rose Parade without your comedy going on there. Why is it you're not on anymore full time doing this?
Well, I'm working at Starbucks now, and I just don't have a lot of time. You know, I got to make those crackachinos. I'm busy with that. And no, you know what? I've kind of moved on to other stuff, but you never know. You never know.
You never know where Frazier will rear his ugly head again.
That's true. And ugly, I think, is the key word there.
Well,
that's why I belong on radio.
I sure hope somebody hires you on full time, because a friend. I don't know if you know him really well, but a guy that's on a different station who does a lot of voices, Phil Hendry.
Oh, Phil's an old buddy.
He talked about you. I don't know, a few months back on the radio, and talked about all the things you used to do and how much of a pioneer you really were. And I just wanted to let you know, man, we definitely need you back, because there's room for you here.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And Phil Hendry's got a great show, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm telling you, that's just he's just a comedic genius.
Yeah, we used to work together right here in this room where we are now on the classic rock station. Back when we had Jim Ladd was on here, and who else? Damien.
Yeah.
Jugs.
Billy Jugs, Shauna, the old crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still. Hey. We'll see what happens, but I thank you for those comments, and thanks for listening to the parade.
All right. Hey, have a good New Year.
You too, buddy. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey, Fraze, line one, we got Rick.
Rick. All right, let's try Rick.
Hey, Rick, you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, fantastic. Love to hear you guys every year. I've been doing it for about 20. That other guy called and said he just heard you guys for the first time. That's great. I love that. At least he heard you for the first time. But I've been listening to you guys every year, and I really, really dug the Dykes on Donkeys. That's the highlight.
Who
when
doesn't?
are they going to have Dykes on Trikes?
Well,
that's probably
next
year.
Of a
we're missing the fat dykes on horses. That didn't happen this year. Where were
we
they?
had fat chicks on horses.
We were waiting for the fat chicks. Then they never showed up.
They never did. I think they went to the Slim
Rosie
Center.
O'Donnell on a horse with Oprah. That's it. They can mount each other and then on top of the horse.
Well, the animal rights activists.
Why
would,
do that to a horse?
Would really sort of get all over you on that one.
Yeah, we don't want to. You're right.
That's cruelty. That's cruelty to animals. I don't think we need to go there. But we thank you for listening. And the other one I missed was the Fringe Boob Riders.
Yeah.
What happened to those freaks?
Yeah. But I really love listening to you guys every year. You start the year out great.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Rick.
You very
we
much.
appreciate it, Rick.
Yeah,
and
take care.
You too. All right, so everybody seemed to like it, and I think, again, the crazy friction is what we were going for. I think we got it.
Crazy friction. As I go down through my list here, I'm trying to think of the things that I particularly like to
I like my agent calling in and saying that I should be working for him.
Yeah, that was awfully nice from his lips to KLOS Accounting this year.
Yeah.
Tuba tooting twats, the tit twirling twits, the high stepping sphincter sweepers, idiots with plumes, the flatulent
the tipsy
fife and drum,
tappers, the hemorrhoiders, riders,
instrument carrying morons,
the Wilson Phillips galloping gluttons,
the plumed headed dips,
honkies on horseback,
the fellatio flautists,
black in the saddle again.
Yes, nerds in uniform,
equestrians gone wild.
Right, making it up as they go along marchers.
Oh yeah, we do that. They're our favorites.
The unnecessary nimrods.
Homies on horseback, of course, my favorites.
Always good. The dancing dingbats.
The Indian casino riders.
The farting fatheads.
The Trent Lot trotters.
The puckering piccolo pinheads.
The friggin' idiot band.
The high-stepping stooges.
The hose on horseback.
The bungling bassoons.
The Golding Dangler stud farm.
Yeah, the incontinent soggy bottom boys.
Yeah, what happened to them? The George Lopez fan club band.
The goose-stepping jackasses. The queerfish blowers.
The fire disc jockey musical platoon.
Yeah, the Spreademan.
Love those guys.
The Spreademan riders.
What happened to Spreademan riders?
They ran off with the drama queen riders. The sequin sissies.
Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time robots.
Right, clones on caballos.
All those guys. What happened to them?
The stupid steeds, the confused historical writers, the stupid stallions, my big fat Greek ass on a horse riders.
That was
a good one.
A favorite.
The sphincter splitting studs, the stretch your boobies riders, the bouncing buttocks riding team, the squash ball riders.
Right.
Ugly ass mountain men. The hemorrhoid buffers, the trail trash riders, the trailer trash riders.
The trailer trash riders were sorely missed, and so were the squash ball riders.
Yeah, and the fringe, like you
Very
said, the fringe
missed.
boob riders weren't there.
What happened to all these people this year?
And the Kandahar waving idiots. We didn't see the Kandahar waving idiots this year.
Among our favorites.
Yeah. So, but we did have the happy halfwits and the raging rattleheads and the bubble-headed booby marchers. So,
and the sore sphincter riders showed up too, right?
And the saddle sore sombreros.
Yeah, with
All
the
of
red
these.
fezzes. You're going to have a red fez if you have sore cojones.
Absolutely.
It just happens.
So
that's how it works.
Anyway, we got more callers?
All right, let's take a few more calls. Let's try line one. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Angie.
Angie, what's up?
Nothing. I was just calling to say that those stupid parades sucked.
Well, I think we're with you on that.
The theme of this year's parade was "Stupid Parades Suck."
Yeah, the parade was just like last year.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
But I think it sucked more. Farnoaks!
There you go.
There you go. So I guess it did suck.
So.
And that was basically the theme.
Yeah.
We suck. All right, let's take another one. Hello, KLSX.
Yo, Fraze.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, man, Brett from Burbank. What's happening, dude?
Oh, dude.
Excellent job, man.
Thanks, homie.
Dude, hey, I got your shirt last year. I never got my copy of the Red Shoes Diary, bro.
Dude, it's in the mail.
Oh, dude, thanks, man.
So how you got up this morning? You actually made it up to listen to this?
I did, dude. I did. I recorded on the VCR, man. I got the parade and you guys talking on tape for the past 3 years, man.
Well, you must. It's the same.
Do you have a job? Do you have a purpose in life?
He just gets up once a year to listen to us.
Dude, that's about it, man.
Well, that's how I feel too. I'm working 1 day a year, and even that I'm burned out.
Damn, dude.
How does that happen, bro?
I don't know.
That's wrong.
That's great, though.
Well, Brett, thanks so much, and I'll meet you at Don Cuco's.
You're there, brother.
All right, I'm out.
Hey.
All right. Well, there's a couple of callers. They seem to enjoy the parade.
Yeah, amazingly.
I mean, Angie was right. The parade does suck, and and even doing it for us gets kind of. I mean, how many jokes can you make about horses and bands?
About 5,000.
Yeah, we have to recycle.
All very similar.
I'm kind of glad people don't actually get up.
Yeah,
they wake up at
the
different
last
times.
half hour of the parade, you basically hear it all.
They think we're coming up with all this good material. It's really just recycled from the last hour.
We cloned it from last year.
See, that's how it works.
We took the first hour from last year and put it into the last hour of this year, and you just sort of keep recycling it like that.
Did we see the Marshall Mathers High School White Trash Band?
Did not see them.
They didn't show. How about Puddle of Roses?
Puddle of Roses were. I think that might have been underneath the stands with Sam Rubin.
Yeah,
there was a puddle of something under there.
I don't want to know.
There's something oozing. I don't know. It's oozing. It's dripping.
That's crazy friction for you.
Too dark
that's
to
what
tell,
happens,
apparently.
Man. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, Crabman, enjoyed it, and we'll
As
hopefully
always.
do it again next year.
And maybe we'll actually work in between.
Well, you never know. I don't want to get too excited. Do we have to thank our sponsors?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we start with Uzi and your booty? Uzi, you did a fine job, and thanks again.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be looking very forward to contacting all of the people who called this program and killing them. We have got caller IDs, so I will be sending my special cells. I've got a cell in the Valley. I got a cell in Orange County. I got a cell in the Inland Empire. And I'm going to send cells out and kill everybody who calls into the show. So remember, if you ever need a jihad or someone to be taken care of, call up Uzi and your buddies, House of Jihad, and we will create something special very for you.
Hey, sounds great. And also, I want to remind you, don't forget, John, Heidi, and Jeff going to be at Whips and Spurs at the Pleasure Chest in Hollywood. It's Weapons of Ass Destruction Night. Come on down and get your freak on. What other things can we plug? We're doing the Super Bowl, Crab Man. Don't forget, broadcasting the Super Bowl along with Meryl Schindler and Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show on Super Bowl Sunday right here on the FM Talk Station. It's all part of Manuary, which, as you know, is starting now.
All things testosterone.
Yeah. And what else is going on? Conway and Steckler are going to be out at the new Cerritos dog track on Wednesday night. Malibu Dan has entered in a race out there, and I'm putting my money on the dog.
Is it true that they're out there just so the dogs will hump their legs?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And
it's a freak show.
All kids under 12 get a free bottle of sherry. So come on down. Heidi, Frosty, and Frank are also going to be once again signing implants at the Tail of the Pup. So it's all going on in Manuary. Dude, it's part of the genius that is the FM Talk Station. Frazier Smith, Peter Crabb, thanks for joining us on the Rose Parade. We'll talk to you soon. We are out.